efie pinu ne aduonu nsia da ne efiada bia ye boja ye bone ye jai Friday 10th April 2020 6 in the year of our Lord. For Bible ni enkenka wonyankopon asem Luke and Sempa etre dunkono yimu aduonu enkono. The Gospel according to St. Luke chapter 19 verses 29. Yentie onyankopon asem. Ne ba se obeni Betfig ni Betania bepa wo frɛ no ngo bepo no ho no. Osman asuefo no baanu se monko ekura eda mwanim yi ase. Na mo hyene wa mo be hu afunumu ba wasa no homa woni pa biara ntena ne so da. Mon sane no mraha. Na se obi bi samo se edi enti na mo sane no a mon ka se de hu hia ema Awurade 31 me timu biem. Na se obi bi samo se edi enti na mo sane no a mon ka se ne hu hia ma Awurade. Na wona osoma ye no koi kogun se de oka kire wo no ara. Na wo sane afunumu ba no ni wura no bisa won se adai na mo sane afunumu ba no na wo kan se ne hu hia ma Awurade. Amen. Wabashani Jerusalem ena wadru biabie Bible body say ye for Betfig ene Betania bepo no entem ewo ngo bepo no so Mount Olives na hona wase wadru ye no na wapese wo shani nani monyam mu na obefa fumu babi a obi antena ne soda ya sana homa wo ho sa efumu ba is of no use to the owners ne won hyade hia biara nti ye de na bo baabi ho a ne akosa esere ne de amane se onwe odofo ye de tutu ya brabo ho asao abusua wuwo mu no wa mu mbu asem ba ye mfrew adania uhu nhye da hia bia we no wo kwafre no aba kura no sika ne ye hwehwe e de aye ayi no program na ye no sika ne ye hwehwe wo ni bi asori a wuwo mu no won nhye da hia ma won saa esanse apart from washa we ye any who clean ya so dem ho no ye ka se ye bo afode pa wo just ya boba me ka se okay mu am what 10 series ne 5 series mo famra he ma mini man na wa wo mo no ebi wo mu a ma mini nim se we de minni gidie bia woni mu so obeye yie sankrofo amabobo nyina no mote se afumu no a na wa chichire no de na boho onipa bi wa na oni ni ko school no wonim se ne honni mfaso biara what is afumu no a na wa chichire no aboho ye onipa bi wa wonne na ewura adwuma ne mu but from eniema na esi ko no de wonim se akwa no de wo kese base ye pepani pa ma na hwe adwuma no so ye wa bisa de wa kan wo mo aka no ka wa de wo de ani hwe wo mo a eso wo ni mfaso bia ya chechire wo Wobi wa sunsum wa ye di obeye bia brabo ne ye oboa wa kyekere no sunsum na apie honam ehin won koye akwantu obe ne won tuye edwa be ne won niye enso odaye ensiaga wa ye se funumu no a oboho no nanso Christ say monko akura da mo anim yase na mo hyene ho a mo behunu afunumu ba wasan homa onipa biara ntena ne so da nipa mfa ne nya hwe ye yusu ne da is of no purpose. And no pay that divine visitation no ba Ewade sa wo ni sa ban mu osuma na bofo se wo mra mesane wo every ohia o mesane wo firi nimguase o mesane wo firi yare mu o mesane wo firi bawuo mu o mesane wo firi eniyema a wo suro mu Ewade be sane wo anopai mo be hu afunumu ba bi a wa kyekyere no mo be hu onipa bi a wa ye mobbo wa abrabom mo ba hu onipa bi a nipa mfa ne nya hwe mo sane ne mfiri saade mu mo sane no I've given you that divine authority mo sane no na Christ kato aso se mo sane no mraha ya sane homa onipa bi antena ne so da but that divine authority na media mamwo no mo sane no mfa ne mraha na sabo sane no a it will not be without resistance enye kwara kwase mo sane no anmo sane no wase na se wo bibisa mo se edi enti na mo sane no a monka se ni ho hia ma Awurade so bibisa wo se edi enti na ese unya fa ahode a monka se ni ho hia ma Awurade odofo wo hia ma Awurade wate wo wo da fia se no ho hia ma Awurade wate wo wo tetoto no ho hia ma Awurade wate anopai wo sane wo ama wo gie aba won chen wasena wana wasoma no koi ko hu se de o ka kire wo no ara na wo sane afunumu ba no ni wura no mbisa ne se ade na mo sane afunumu ba no sen wo wura o nanso ni wura no mu nim se de won se de ni mfaso biara nti wa kyekyere no ye woni pa bebre wa sunsum ya kyekyere wo mo ye woni pa bebre wo hia kyekyere wo mo ye woni pa bebre wo yare kyekyere wo mo ye woni pa bebre wo abebre sewo hwe nanimu ankasa. It's an epitome of sadness and melancholy. That's it. Ni wura no by say wo wura obusa say he na afunu mu be mo san na ye den wo se na wo kan say ne hu hia ma Awurade wo de won pa wo de wa kyekere no a nyame se ye mesane no wo se ye mesane ne man fa ahodie ne ye kan kyere wo sa afunu mu ba no wura no se de wo muo no ne hu hia ma Awurade anopai Awurade de wo be hye ne hu animonyam e wo niema bebre mu amwa ye nkunimdifo adum ye gina so abompaye ne ye ka se amen ye kenkan if you look and sempetedu nkron imaduenu nkron edepem eduasa enai the gospel according to St. Luke chapter 19 verse 29 to 34 now we can say ne hu hia ma Awurade asemi fagidi ka say amen.
God bless the homeland, Ghana motherland, faithful and together. Hello my brother, 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 hello my brother.
Diye bia Ghana mai betu pon negina wo mamba power dwene Ghana ho kane diye bia anye na magani amagashia ni hunu amagawo ho diye bia eyegigi
One parliament members attending the sitting Ghana move. Hello, man. Hello, my brother. Parliament members attending the sitting in Ghana mouth. Hello, my man. Hello, my brother.
Okay, 101.7 Junior Bishop. We are transferred to Ade Akye Abia Muna. And Kwame Nkrumah was offered daily post as well. They are to say, "Fam Mubono, a man for a course for papa. I know they no enna cabinet and no man penima wa mu ye putupunshe mu na some of the able to do daily post anymore say cabinet directs finance and energy ministers to remove taxes and margins on fuel prices. You better won come was say man penia she a year as of your mind sika sem so any o man won any so finance and energy ministers no say a tuo bi wo wa ededa so a ebi ye nwanam we be taxes eda fuel no so na ba bia sese adwama so amane bo akoye din nti en manim ya wo mo hwese be yi bia firi so na ma fanwo fuel ebo no atumi aba from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na sema wo mo share cabinet wo de ato wo mo so animu no na the chronicle asema de aba to police smash drug trafficking ring in Upper West wo se nipa bia wo mo de Juma wom die mom di enubone hu dwa cocaine de eke ka ho ne tramol no de eke ka ho na yakoso wom mu setew ho asem so eda ha enkomo no edoso pa enkomo no edoso afei enkomo bi e baaye Toyota Voxy mo sa aka no a ebi lodu kokuma se bi ne na America 10 tank ofu ayi tuo pa wo twam na bi twam e wo ho atipsi wo kohwie wo magu abani na ehho asem so eda ha na yebedi hu so enkomo sa asofo no binim se ya no wo mo bodam mo me yenhwe wo ma dwene mu adan ya prophet where the Ghanaian Times page 3 prophet arrested for alleged threats against vice president. Was there some son because all my dream say or the can was social where or so wouldn't him now the cancer was social media thinking say you baby I was shot one bet one abacho. Mammy see where to be what's not social media now why ye my friends alive says I am a friend na what can some apebia nipa kro wo pe wasiwu a obenyan o man ne wo niema a yetibdi hun ba bia wo hye be tokro bia wo hye bia o meba ba chew na was it the cyber vetting enforcement team and enforcement team you from CVET of the Ghana Police Service has arrested the general overseer of Elohim International Ministry. Wow. Now sorry, in the Elohim International Ministry. Prophet William Jima for allegedly issuing death threats against Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Where Mubaya Namajano when he goes into the cooler for bear 1 month. Now could the Nyansan, Kwasi Yasam sa Adenya. So phobia your friend Prophet William Jima. Now sorry the Elohim International Ministry. Now on what you should dare threat against Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. So obe kunu so obe wu obe bibia mana wu oye. Na papa yi wo mo kwache no kaso a the intelligence no e kan say wonim say sa asem na wo kan ye no so no wo be kan wo TikTok any other channels are all threatening Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. I mean why all day na post for chile ma om se video no ye won say ano odin pa e san say border on national security and a safety. Nti no wasem so eda ha okay 101.7 so any eno wasem da ha ye behwe enkomo awodo nso a ewo ho na ye di ni nyina nso kama pa we mu ya na ya mane be na nya hwe na obi so bikwa wodim de anti enkrofo etoa so ye saa no ni nyina agina se asoma se ye ebie no ye che no ye beli no na se ya pardon no se ya de yo etu dodo no a na etoa so na omoyo kosa nka ye no obi akom ena wakodamu a enka nkrofo de besua nyansa na the daily gist say Kisia Jabin fears for OSP's survival as showdown looms at the Supreme Court. Na enu anasasemi ebobo ne ho ede ebaye na ebobo ne ho ede baye was Ghana say ye ko constitutional battle Supreme Court isan say the Deputy Attorney General Justice Samsai what yakọ say Supreme Court no enchechirem key provisions of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017 Act 595 no bidame ha na was say a targeted section 4 clause 2 42 of the act no say enye constitutional say yebema OSP no kwan Office of Special Prosecutor no kwan so no be initiate prosecutions ebra Attorney General ema no kwan odofo ma me famra from Parliament asisi uze bi o wa ye o Special Prosecutor no pe ne mra tumi ade ama no no utumi ko na bia wakwachi obi anase bia suspect corrupt practices bia na ni nyina no wo matu anamon na wo akọ na wo makoye nhwemu bi etimi chi wo mo na Special Prosecutor chi wo mo na bia wo mo be wo se wo no de Deputy Attorney General so okọ na wo makoka wo mrem se Attorney General ne ma ne kwan a emphasize case we dia woni tumi so do no ankasa ne tumi say okay mahunu say corruption bi koso ha alleged corruption na emo me ko na makwa akohwehwem na magini pa na kogina court ne atwe na so wobra Attorney General no e ma no kwan eni ye asem a yebedi hu nkomo ne na eye nkomo a ebobo baso pa na mokai a afie twa mu no nipa bi di ko the petition ko eye owura pagbu ene ne nkrofo bi di petition ko se nke be ye kra na office no ye nyi mfiri ho e ma mampani na pamfo so wo mhwe mu na bibia ni wa kire se e warranty se gen scrap mfiri ho na anu ada Special Prosecutor so be kan se CSOs no wo mo nyiri wo mo no wo mo nye dede pa san se nipa bia abo wo mo enie so on pesa Special Prosecutor office ni ye free ho no wa munya yi yo ton ena ye koda sorry ye nso na Deputy Attorney General eso dia ko Supreme Court for interpretation of saniem bia wa file e wo ho ye bedi hu nkomo na emum ye nkomra ne Prophet Dr. Isaac Owusubempa founder leader Emma Glorious Word and Power Ministries International ye ne papa entwetwe enkomo ewe afidie so baba radio asumdue enka wo
papa mejo so nyame hira wo so pa
we hira wo so na ohunam bokọ de
nyame adom hunam bokọ na mihu mu na ache mihu ma che
ye wo ho madarumenti
good
papa na baba wo nchan a LGBTQ mane mada be da wo man kan se ye be ye ho mra MPP Adam Dada ne penso ne huri ye ba ya ma Parliament ye mra nyina wieye na esese omampani na Danko Akufo-Addo wode ne nsa hya ase ne wo san no eboboko ba ya kodu se wo mse dari mampani so won san sanse ebinum kwa so de akwa kogina court Richard Delasky ɛne yɛtete ho a na abandadaa ne firi soɔ na aban ayi baeɛ ɔm baeɛ no so ɔm yɛtee sɛ nneɛma biara a na ɛfa saa adeɛ no ho no parliament baako na ɛkɔɔyɛ no ne nyinaa ɛkɔ nti ɛsɛ sɛ wɔn de foforɔ ɛba nti wɔn to de foforɔ aba a wotie a yɛsɛ wɔ legal and one committee of parliament a wɔn so ɛyɛ ho adeɛ na nsɛm yi abobɔ aba na ano ada yɛma mpanin so ɛbɛkan sɛ nneɛma ehia Ghanafoɔ paa no ɛwɔm sɛ bi a LGBTQ plus no ho asɛm hia banyɛ no na hia Ghanafoɔ paa mprempren paa fu abo akɔ so wenu nneɛma wɔ hɔ a ɛsɛ ɔman no ɛtena ne hwɛ ebinom ato no agu sɛ mampani mama na nya na wo opposition no kan sɛ Akufo Addo ansan na wo ba wo bɛhwɛ sɛ yɛbɛsan nkɔmɔ a ɛkɔ so papa mnim sɛ watie bia ɛtew sɛn
yo medase minua pani na mɛkyia wɔn a wɔn mu ɛyɛ adwuma no pɛ yi ɛwɔ mo kasa fidie kɛseɛ yi so na makyia watiefo nyinaa mɛkyia Father Dixon ɛne mia minua pani nso so sɛ baabi a wo bia yɛ owura despite na me nkɔ so nhyehyɛ mo papa obusa me saa asɛm wei a asɛm wei ana mempɛ sɛ yɛbɛfa ne sɛ ɛyɛ politics san sɛ ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɛyɛ ɔsom adeɛ wohwɛ a yɛnnuanom muslamifoɔ etia ɛna yɛn akristofoɔ so yɛtia saa sɛbesɛbe mɛma ne mɛma nayɛ ɛma ne ma nayɛ nipa ne aboada ɛne saa nneɛma ne nyinaa no yɛn akristofoɔ no yɛkyerɛ sɛ mma yɛhunu sɛ ɛyɛ onyame akyiwade a ɛnni kwan sɛ sɛbesɛbe nipa dasani woyɛ saa adeɛ no saa adeɛ no koraa woyɛ ɛde nnome ɛbrɛ wo nipa koraa woyɛ saa adeɛ no ɛde nnome brɛ wɔ busua ɛde nnome brɛ wɔ man no nso so so man no gye tum a saa na medeɛ menim na asɛm yɛ no korɛ sɛ abandada wotwaa mu a ɛyɛ yɛ nyinaa yɛ papa ɔmapani na Nado Dankwa Akufo Addo brim ɛpɛgyae paa asɔfoɔ kasa fa ho amanyɔsɛmfoɔ kasa fa ho na deɛ nti a menya ɔpɛpɛ bi sɛ mɛkasa afa saa deɛ ho ne sɛ mate sɛ nkurɔfoɔ bebree ka sɛ sɔfoɔ so bɛmpa NDC baayɛ saa asɛmi yɛnte so wɔka biribi afa ho nti na sɛ nkurɔfoɔ tage me kakra ɛne course bi a menya nyina ɛnyɛ sɛ bi a menkasa a ɛmfa ho na sɛbesɛbe mprɛduasa mehwɛ ne ɛkɔ so no a ɛme nwanwa sɛ nkurɔfoɔ bi ebile mu abɛn ɛno no medwene ho a mente ase ɔmapani na Nado brim I believe sɛ ɛkɔyɛ nsɛm bebree ɛma wɔn kɔhyia mu ɛwɔ Peduase Lodge ɛkɔyɛ ho meeting ɛma those days no nipa a no ɔyɛ MPP ni a ɔgyegyina mu sɛ ɔmapani nsan sɛ saa gay nneɛma no yɛnyi ntom ɛyɛ Reverend John Ntim Fodwo mekae paa ɔn deɛ ɔgyegyina mu paa
na ɔno korampo ɛna Sam George nso so MP for Ningo Pram no nso ɛyɛ nkurɔfoɔ a wɔn so gyegyina mu paa
meka ba paa papa ɛno korɛ ɛma owura Sam George sɛdeɛ woka no yi ɔno so gyegyina mu paa in fact ɔmapani a ɛyɛ Nado Dankwa Akufo Addo a no ɔyɛ meame papa sɛbe mekɔ n'anim ne kɔdi ho nkɔmmɔ mpo da a nokwasɛm pa so wɔkae mekɔ na ɛnyɛ once na ɛkɔbaa sɛ na ɔse nkurɔfoɔ bi di asɛm no kɔ court but me so metie a na akɔyɛ sɛ ɛda a ɔbɛkasaeɛ no na asɛm no nya nkɔduru court the next day ansa na nipa no de asɛm no kɔ court now yɛmfɛ no nto nkyɛn nneɛma bi kɔɔ so ɛma me mom deɛ anyɛ me dɛ sɛ yɛma mpani na Nado ɛntu ne nansi hɔ na wansan sɛ saa deɛ no ɔnyi ntom ɛhɔ no ɛha me paa because wohwɛ a na Nado ɔbɛyɛ ɔmampani nyinaa no sɛbe ɔmo te ho mpenten kwa paa no me ɔsu bɛmpa sɛbe meka ho bi paa sɛ manyɛ odi kanfo kra na uyi nipa numa meka ho bi a Ghana fo nyina di madanse nti ne ho no hia me pa good yemfa nto nchen papa wo hwa se aban bi efri na mamuo mu no wie na dwuma emre bi a wo parliament a ye hyehyeye ye twagu aban foforo ba em ye san hye foforo ase ye mampani John Dramani Mahama ba yi ontumi nkase oyo mampani waba na saade no onsososo ye gay no ntimo famra na mensan no mo de aba no asan ye nye ne saa procedure bi wo hono mo se fam e wo parliament ema mu di hu abobo ansana omu wi omu de akwakoto ne table so ama na san e ho na koduru nanim na okase won san dia ene na Ghana fo nyina hu se papa no wadi hwamo ana se campaign sem no kaaye no wanye se de wo se wo ye but entisa Osha, Speaker of Parliament, mpo de saa die yi ama mpanifo mu ye in charge of Parliament so mo nhwe nya ho adwuma. Enti me ka Wednesday no, woni yenua bi kasai a no ye NDC ni. Am say Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim.
Yeah, Ahmed Ibrahim, Minister for Local Government.
Thank you. I'm say religious Yukrasanka Nipus.
Chieftaincy and religious affairs.
Thank you.
Was I a Pentecost elder?
Wonderful. Also, no crack can say, Mumblimo man penny John Dramani Mahama. At the Parliament House, no, speak and put the Adiano, a man Crofomi in charge, MPP for so can be, and NDC for so can be, our Parliament House. So, Munya, no, my penny, my quine, so many would you man tem never turn a name, no, so, untwana monsu to family. Adiano got down my penny in him. Enti na no meet my opinion kasa nti na make say yenyi politics in film mo bi nkasa bi osu empire politics because we dey o my baby atimi kire na dwene sofo timi kire na dwene kamuni betimi akire na dwene even sabe abosonsonfo mpo timi kire ma dwene fasa nsemi ho ti mo bi nkasa osu bempa me ye politics me ka fact o my opinion kasa na anu yi metie bi masuni mani ni me hu yi o se ono die on so sa gay nsem no so san say ono we Assemblies of God ni we Kristo ni mapa enti nyankopon bo nipa no obo berma no oba wa mo berma ne berma eno wa mo oba no oba enti ono de sa de no onyi ntum on so sani man mu bibi sa be koso ana asase su nipa be sa se berma woni aboa beda ana oba na yesane ma no so so na mmom parliament enwie hu adwuma sanso no obetena na konwa so yi sebe afen na dabra okeka ko 2 years kura asesen o ma pani dada orura Akufo-Addo ni bremu no hihye tu ho nyina na ekokoda na Akufo-Addo enim a obidi ko court no aban foforo ba ye o ma pani Mahama ban o matwa na Akufo-Addo time no die num enti afa na parliament esan astarte ne foforo enti omugu so tutu ne ma parliament ho na ebeda ne pono so a on the way Kristo ni on so sa against am so o ma pani yin si aduasa ka sebui enti Ghana fo no mu kasa che o ma pani Mahama no on pesu mu kire se enti no o mu anti bia na se beble mu obi na enti na yem blame committee na wo parliament speaker amia dia de na koto manim NDC fo MPP fo no mu nya hu adwuma ntem an koda o ma pani pono so no adenti na yem blame o ne blame o ma pani Mahama me kasa mo ma pani Mahama ba me meka no kore sa na mete enti ami yesen krofo bi dia de we tag o ma pani Mahama na krofo stan krofo bi ko ne nchen o se ono de niema egu no pono so no we no enya na sem da bi
One na nkofo se ekebi obetimi aka se ade na ewo parliament bedru manima na mehwe ne me na mo ka se enia ba hu hia maye no nye we nka ho a na bia ehwo na amanfo ege na no sa no
papa choti o se nyina nim situation a o man ewum ye no de yakoso asasi so hasese enia ma edo ma pani proso no eno ho adwuma no so wo yewu Weighing care the Akotune Ponoso, then I can go for connection on my penny cars are 7 dear, and in Kianano, Kabi I know my penny nargene. Kami Usubem Passy, Kameko on my penny ho, and never kako casa papa, we dear 7 men on nargene. But I didn't go down a ponoso. Omunya Wujumani or Parliament ho, a man the nim, and she did then the nim and Waya Wujuma, into a cassette, say, no. Some way, no. Omunya Wujuma, my name, Madame, and Nim, the Adam and Nim as a semi young Wujuma, then not dear, say, come a ginger one, and one chest of a sort say, of Faso, say gains among Cosso, I know jiggy and some tune, there be. Or cast away and can a ginger who say. Na de kana dwendwen ho sesei ene niema a eda nanim a oye ho adwuma na ototo ho niema enti mo mientie o ma pani asem o kan na se yiwo anko miam o ma pani bia na no kaso o me de ade na ba beto manim eso me de me hu hiame eno nka mama mu no hana eno nka ma dwendwen ho nti wan de mo mpia nto nchen baabi na de opese wo yegi bia onye eno memfa ho dabi wan kan sa Paro se anko fo yibusa ne sansem busai eno no enka ne eda ne pono so eho nti no enya de obetumi atu wana mon sesei ewo niam a oye no ho but so mo wie na parliament fo no omo ye hwehwemu a omo dwendwene ho no tutu bibia wie ne de ba nanim dia ene sesei aba be kana dwendwene ho aba be da ne pono so into obey ho adwuma into ma pani oka we ya ne ntase se nkrofo bi yesa na omu de abufuo cassette ya no one thing is say papa me o ma pani a minim no a otiga na konya so no we Assemblies of God ni we Christo ni bra kwa me mpacho wutie me kasa
Papa mitio Papa mitio pao mitio pa
we Christo ni bibia chese we Christo ni na no lighthouse for meetings omu ye okho although oyo ma pani ema bibia sumbia organ ha bia no se bi o ma pani oye pani ni nyina no ni se o ma pani betimi abie na no aka se we Christo ni nti ebia muslamifo on form ho dabi but ono de wachusu Yesu eno no de oso no ope eno de eyosom ne a ope na uchusu now ohwe ne nsem kro kan ye lighthouse nyame asem a sebe o kan ye ene sede ye hunu ne mafa no me feel say o ma pani entimi nkogina baabi nkokasa ono de ofwa sanya maniama no so dabi enu nti na meka se na no mia mitie se wo kasa o se ono de we Kristo ni na nyame bo nipa no obo bema no opa wa mo bema ne bema wa mo oba no oba nti ono de he's against it se bema ne bema no oba no oba o se he's against it nti na ye wo blame ya yem blame committee na wo parliament house no munya ade ne ntemfa nkoto n'anim no yem blame wo mu ne ebrem wo ma pani enti bra Kwame anopai wo frame a nkrofo se no usu bempa ene baaye ene won ka bi no aye din ena sei da binya se me nka bi no aye din me nim se parliament fo ni nwie ho adwuma ewie ho adwuma ne koda o ma pani anim a bi titumpa se obeye se de ne campaign time no o shega na fo bo no obeye papa enti no anopai wo frame a kakra metumi aka no because so share religious leader aye Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim asemo beka ye ya eni kwampo se obi mpo esa beka bibi editi o ma pani bi ko papa ne kasa no kire ne mambra kwa me tie o kire ne manum pa ma me metiase aje obi o mpa o ma pani asem no beka se tie asade o beka se tie o ma pani because me tie Mr. Ahmed Ibrahim o se even committee mpo speaker mpo dia ma committee no so omunya ho adwuma omugu so omunya ho adwuma omunya ho adwuma wie ne koda o ma pani ani mu a e cheso ma pani onsan nti bra kwa me na me ni pa nim ni said the nkrofo efrefre me na so fo su bempa ne sebe we dia mon franche me mi nuanom MPP fo bi so videos bi a masofo ne de cheche me ankofo bi kassetia me attack me osade no me ntiase nti bra kwa me ka se
baba no mo kassetia wo se wa ye den pote
o peso mo kire se o se o su bempa wo ye hypocrite nya atwom ọma pani eba yi won se gen semi a wo se onokwa ankwaba be kasa dadadada ade nti no nti ma me kasa ema even me sofo kwa me amo ene ma sofo impo ni mati ho nkobo a wo di videos ni bi kra kire me ankrofo kasa efa sansemi but me no genti a me nka ho hwe no nyese bia me soso ne me bia enyeso anase bia me defend o ma pani John Dramani Mahama dabi ade no e wo parliament o ma pani ba yi de na Akufo-Addo mo hyehyɛ no last yina na Akufo-Addo ye president no ni nyina no atwam afa no mo san ahya ase ahyehyɛ mmara foforo efa saa de no ho saa na Ghana mmara kyerɛ no mo hyehyɛ saa de no parliament a omunya nwie mfa nkoto ma pani animi adentre ye bremu ma pani na Akufo-Addo bremu krampo no omuye ho adwuma kra kwa animu che ma pani ebre ana ke fisa na Akufo-Addo besan ama sisi nka bibia to atwa patenu mpo no ekoye nechna na obi de court na sisi sa ena ye hu de kusiye enti no mesre sema Ghana for 5 we enya manyosem emfa entago ma pani mama se sebe so dum sika no na so ma pani mama foa so say gay no de ogitum but nipa bie na numa ka se ono de he is against it enti die mbiem no onka ade nso nkoto ne pono so omunwie ho adwuma o parliament e me mfa nkoma no e ma onhwe mu ensan ade tina ye bremu no enti bra kwa me bisa me fa ho a kakra metimi aka no because ye asofo de preach de bi atia sa ade no ye de ye tia sa ade no ye nuano muslimi fu tia sa ade no even abosomsom fu mpu tia sa ade no Ghana fo enye sa ade ni ntum nti no mum ye nya abotre na mesre wo mo parliament no so no so mo tutu ne amantem ne ye nya o ma pani a ase ye di blame na gu no so abra ni person we innocent e wo sa issue ho nti bra kwa me busa me a kakra metumi aka fa ho no
yo papa ene mame na wasna me se nyampa nso mfa ma ho
nyame hira pa mesme da wase
ya share da se pa papa ye ne kasa ye eye Prophet Dr. Isaac Owusu Bempa were founder leader Emma Glorious Word Empower Ministries International yene no ede enkomo eno aba awie okay 101.7 so eni na yen kwa yenim na afei yen hwe enkomo ahodo a eno soso okay 101.7 so ni na owo adwenkyere bia text message na WhatsApp mpachaw me kan sefre wo adwenkyere bia text message or WhatsApp na wo de afa 0208 772 772 0208 772 772 0208 772 772 WhatsApp and our text message what the faswa ye beken kan ni nyina so e de ama okay 101.7 so any na sam komu ya ankasa yenko yenimwe na afei yeni General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party lawyer Justin Kodua yeni twen komo na ansan ye beba nkomo a yeni twetwen so enura MPP penifo wo mo so ahia na ene wo the publisher was say MPP revises election guidelines na say afei na omo ba beyi mpanimfo a omo beda manyuko na no every year polling station dia ba constituency to region to national na wɔn mo de nneɛma agu akwan mu na yɛne no ani ho nkɔmmɔ no yɛntie sɛdeɛ ɛteɛ paa. Lawyer Justin Kodua Frimpong ɛyɛ General Secretary ɛde ma MPP amanyiko no. Council memo akɔ aba.
Bra, mejo so mu.
Council memo akɔ aba.
Bra, me to ka mejo so.
Yo, na empomo te sɛn.
Nyankopa daroma, me ho ye na so.
Yes, yo bɔkɔ paa. Na maba wo nkyɛn no pɛ yi a, mpani akɔ akɔhyia, said the Bokata the Ghanaian publisher de ba ye no MPP revises election guidelines. Na mo hyia ye asɛm wɔ mu ni sɛn.
Ba kwa mamenda wase na memfa ofidi we so enchia etifo nyina. No kware se MPP party no National Executive Committee the third high decision making body. Eshia na no ukwada no efri tumia na National Council the asho monsa se putupumu no asembisi na se gyina ya omunsi side na ye no Emma National Council. Ninya ne se party no January ye to aba ye Frank Tuni Dr. Mahamadou Bamia a Ghana fo nyina boy abaso na edru se ye be ye the bonifren internal elections se party uniform executives no efi polling station eco national no ye den hihye beba na ya tom so aba ampa edihye ne by a ye friend guidelines no then so ye sha se ye adwuma no se bi woku anim no na hye foforo bi ba na normal foforo bi so ECC eba sa na se putupum na no utimi hia na osakra wonsa no kakra enti Wednesday normal be miensa na National Executive Committee no ehia ya omokan wasem edi kan ne se party no ye say ye membership registration no crowd ye to aba ni wie class to the beto aso emum no ye the online registration so be kan ho ye share say party no more say bi putupumu amuntimi na daji enkomo polling station no ombetimi aye de broni friend online registration no na say omu wi a ebre a ye hye no eso mo pebre no mo sa ko polling station ko tromudi nti National Executive Committee share no yesa hye mo kana say samre ye wi ne de omo tromudi wo polling station wo register no ne de be ye adwuma na emom yesa ka say elections committee ni do constituency on the polling station no mo hwe se asigma ye de ba se ye nye no polling station ni bi o ma nye ni ye di a ende o mo ho kwan se sa elections e be koso sa polling station no boni be ka so me standing it down na ma di federal directive every party 24 etosu bi the National Executive Committee ni kan ni se na kankra term polling station elections committee for no ometima hwe 10 polling stations per committee. That's also National Executive Committee at PGMCC at the accord 25. Ma yes I can say your diaspora branches no or more nice or more number 2 in person. That's also National Executive Committee at the other council say a bit my in person and I say you vote. That's a black crime beside na assembly na personal the see will require that the National Executive Committee no and now I'm there to anymore.
Na mo the timelines be so by ya say okay ye be sha say na ye de free ha na ye de aba timelines kan
ne nyina ne de old guidelines ne de buy na say guidelines de buy February ne nyina wo that say yes sa guidelines ya update ne keke the side timelines ne nyina no old guidelines and one ye adwuma say the baby nominations no for polling station elections between 20th to 24th. Now ya to polling station about between 10th to 16th May. Now sitting in our to us nearby electoral area, nearby constituency, nearby region, nearby national. So far, the guidelines no, but we need to share any updates keke or guidelines no.
Bibi to say eligibility criteria say be a way or qualify say within a position way so and first or to be and now way to be no and also move vary mu kakra na say the 10 dada no
and the 10 wo no kakra de ka won say ye free baby cluster polling stations say ye fan say oba peace fm despite media group won say okay fm wo ho peace fm wo ho UTV wɔ hɔ ne nyinaa no mo wɔ one premises saa so na yɛto aba bo nso bɛkɔ school bi mu your polling station A, polling station B, polling station C. The neck ɛka sɛ obi ɛto aba wɔ hɔ any of the polling stations na ɛba sɛ yɛyɛ elections na obetumi agyina emu biara ɛmfa wɔn sɛ ebi ɔto aba wɔ polling station A na sɛ polling station B ɛnam sɛ de nyinaa no bɔnne baako no otumi tu bi na mmom the National Executive Committee esimupi ɛne sɛ residents ɛyɛ adeɛ a ehia paa ɛno non-negotiable requirement a obi ntumi yi n'ani mfiri so obu a sɛ bi abra Kwame wote Accra Delta nanso so woto aba wɔ Asokwa Kumasi the fact say woto aba wɔ Kumasi no ɛnkyerɛ sɛ wobɛtumi akɔgyina as executive because resident no ɛyɛ Delta the party ni shemu kana say obi a person wojina elections for party no you must show proof sampa baby a wojina no oho na wote enye say oto abakeke e wo ho ento no so ya de a party no can found with respect to eligibility criteria no.
Okay, na ene ma memna nkomo so LGBTQ plus ehun nkomo no asori ma mo penso no ekodu se na kese mampani sign but reason I sign it to it ne se obi de ho fra bi akwa court ebi no argument ne se sa abra no kra om ne koto nanim no na nya ade a akwa gina court ko ba ya entimi anya dwuma ma abandadai abanfofre ba ye wono so ananomutuo bi akoso ama na no kra de dem te yen say from the local government minister and say Oma refer to Constitutional and Legal Committee of Parliament. So Omo hwem no Omo famra na de kofa ho enchiwahyew ede ba ye ne say president ne be kan say we pa eniema ehun hia ma o man no LGBTQ no enchedan ka ho sa na say it's not of priority na ehun akogia enkomo bebre enu kra chi ye ne sofo wusu bempa no kra di ho nkoma no pay sa nkoma a ekoso yi wugi ne sei
bra Kwame ne kwasem ne sɛ ayɛ suba bi ɛyɛ akɔso wɔ Ghana ha ɛnkaka ɛbra NDC for ɛfuru ɔman akonya kɛseɛ no yɛsɛ deɛ asɛm bi aba me yɛmfa no nyɛ amayɔsɛm yɛmfa nyɛ Ghana asɛm yɛwura Kufuor apɛn so asɛm ba deɛ ɛne yɛnso ne dua mu na sɛ yɛnso MPP dua mu na ɛyɛ dɛn na ɛdura news so deɛ henye nipa ni bi ekte me enfa anyo amayosem sebi aba yekoto yeyi political party say ondi o man anim no Kwame say amayosem meboa
yes say amayosem
ani etrase hu say ye MPP obi so NDC no wato me to my NDC me to my MPP si eto aba ni wi a ensem a aban no na se party no pre Ghana Franca Ghana tumi akunya kese no kan no eno na Ghana fo gigina so ti beka se aban no ade a wokan no wa ye adwuma na se wa anya adwuma Kwame se ye nyina beka ya ye ra Kufuor apenso sabi na ho cho memha na sabi enkofo pa adwuma na sabi enkofo kan wasem se your fuel prices cost you. Amount for Casassim now, Nina, ade a prior to a memoir. Then so Brenna so amount for sorry and can't say be your papa myself will be. Ejina buy no council say a Kufuor do ni MPP a buying. So almost say almost so bear money bear mada or bano or bada. And Randa were honor, MPP a buying the wood to me. And MPP aban and tempana no one sign. Yenya mo asofo mpenifo a say bi me person mebo mudin wo mo fidie so. E sorry ye. So mo ye demonstration. E na o ma sorry ma e sorry kasa say MPP aban ni timodin. If you say ade ehia Ghana fo titru pa ne say bi Ghana ye mra sem ne said ye tete ye moral values ye nanamo ye tradition and this idea na ban ni hu say priority na ban na adwuma so ye no boko parliament e me ya sign no amanfo kasa asem kra wo court kra no enkonfo se there bi omonti ase parliament ye nya nipa ni bi ene ebiabe soafo ebi te say Sam George sorry transika say Akufo-Addo aban ye useless government Akufo-Addo ye useless government Kwame me ka semented o kan no na Akufo-Addo why na dwen say obesan but enam so mpeso obesan ti na oye kokwasa me catch Kwame LGBTQ wasem na dagana fo akoma so pa entibu okra NDC aba omutuma NDC no na won sema NDC fo akase so mo ba ache bosume ba ko bosume miesa de sa mra no ombesan sabi we social contract asema waka che Ghana for say oba ade no within 3 months obesan mo kra de sabi mutie na me aboa mo esi e parliament a NDC mu 2/3 majority in parliament. Kwame, you will be a friend of certificate of agency. Now, NDC abai na ihia so di D levy eba. Eno no one can say committee bi ko transi adwene hu. Eno one can say bi ye transi ahwe ne medu o mampani anim. O mampani Mahama enam say to ni hia nti. Tempa no o frɛ ye raba bin Emma omo transi Emma Sebi omo majority to test in parliament and tempa na no itimi pass D level no. And the Sebi o enese obi kasa ye town mampani Mahama. Na se Sebi obi mpo mampani Mahama asem. Sebi o kasa wati. Ne kwasem ne se bosha mampani ni share ne nsem o kan no. Ene Ghana ye nim se your certificate of agency se obetimi akase we na me pese me ya. Ohu se we emergency ti se mitu hana mo a obetumi tu hana mo asema o mampani Mahama ekai a se be ne nipa ni bi defending na bi spokesperson man this o moka se we de eni kwase e de amayosem ni kwase e de amayosem since when you hu se LGBTQ wasem ye mfa anya amayosem o mampani Mahama baaye a se bi 3 months na twam ifie ba ko twam ana for the Ghana for who say Sebi ade no me fa anya amayesem ana obi enu a ho ka se Sebi e fa anya amayesem na so bosha wa hye Ghana for ne nsem a waka no anam so ti nkofo to aba ma o ehu asem ene ye ka Kwame ne kwasem pa na ewu se o mampani Mahama o kasa LGBT work asem opposition Sam George eta ho asem opposition ni nyane se tumi pa na no mope ba Kwame me catch us o makumamu no man wadwo so o ba o fa anya adwuma se ka NDC ayo madwen pa so mesa LGBTQ wasema Kwame me no kase koma sign to the extent say ye mamu ye nuamu a enne omo SHS o ma disua ko musua kra no enne ya kase ne book wo gender ye kan wasema gender obi anu se ye oba ne be ma no NDC for classes say in the book asem e wo a curriculum approve e wo a e ka say e say nipa kon said the wadwen ye wo no eno kra no timi kire wo gender wo pe nti said wo ye be
ba mo se sa de no ende na ye error bi nti wo ye firi mu minim se da so mo
e timi nye error da ye boa payo said wo tro no nipa tro wi a national curriculum for no hwe said be penifo mo Ministry of Education hwe homo ntimi ka say wo tro say obi eka se me be ma metima dwen se me yo ba no eye error if you say you hu any raise ya ye kan wasem ti ye kan wasem a Kwame kishim etimi se Kwame enye so obi ta obi ana se bi yen so se me bi atwotwo fo peni e ma osokoko amayoko no meka so obi nkodi di osofo bi atem da bi na mom no asem ne ba yo ma asem ne ye kan enye asofo sem enye MPP asem eye sem a aban naka ene ye nye kan asem se aban bo hye na wo hye no o ka 3 months aban di revenue hia no entempa no wutimi pass here speaker of parliament eyo NDC ni upeni wo ho ene unya wo 2/3 majority in parliament a se mo ka se mo pass a bill na anaju de so mo kwa obetima pass
na NDC general obi argument ni say senka mampani na nado dan kwa Akufo-Addo ne penso no senka paase ya anka ya medru ba bia ya dru se nipa kasa wogi ne sei
kwa menti to abati mampani Akufo-Addo no eso mampani Akufo-Addo ni MPP ni ho It is a NDC for the car, and also catch say, and you're gonna for some to abentium. And the crime is also the Mayadino. Because any papa went to me, I said the excuse you be the Mayabiano, Ghana for the Casa Debbie. I dare no castle obey, you say ye went to me and yet. Say a call to Sao Coshu, and you better bet you, I could far by ya, wash a boy catcher, say, Bosumi and Sao Bar, obey me a passy, and Nana Maye. And a brand night Sam George and Nama worship what catch a Ghana for say 3 months and this be personal. Then I know Jina no Casasem. Nay, Nachum, nay, my 17 I know Jina no Casasem Nana, no so him say this bar or Macumemuno or Messagmano. Sebi, ye papa ma suffer for you be Sebi, yes, show me a ferro mopa. I some man this kind. Next I be and this will be defending this abano. Because a book or yes, sir, now a castle man penny, sell man penny de our papa or a Christian. Say be a coup for the song a Christian. Baby, no why you're a coup for the dinner or car say LGBTQ or so. Now society force anymore. Say and now so one passing tea or so. And I didn't know the same standard, no, yet me for mama penny mama, no mama or my penny mama, they do so they are. And yet they move a casa out of my penny Mahama. And you are a casa, I'm sure no yarding. Sebi, all your man penny are Sebi cabinet on call for no parliament or majority to her, speaker of parliament or party. You're a baby, and what Denny and yet Denny said the no casa river who father a person. Say LGBTQ, a beside a bay word, man. Some what deny yes, share all my penam and memuso. Says I am no kind, or find yegma. Now, Kwame, share. No ma NDC 4 year. And he said your mother that Ghana for the same Mokan opposition. Any or Madano or Mono. A quack will say, Bedu baby crown, and my sem any of my 4 crown Ghana for or more fire serious. Because I will pay to me now, as some cano, and in your window to me now, as small cano, a bobra. And to call me LGBTQ was a idea in here Ghana for pa to my penny mama. It's rather unfortunate so or make his statement, you know. Say and no abandon say no money pride see. That bad na say be Ghana ha adwuma sem any pride. That bad na Ghana ha full of one sem any pride. That bad na Ghana ha infrastructure one sem any pride. There be a pride. And the LGBT one sem so a pride here. That Ghana for akoma so. Say be a Dutch one sem yeka. It was man penny. Sebi obi ntaa nanso so enoma wo kan ye ene ba bia sese wugina ne nsem a wo kan no ebo bra enti ye hwe se LGBTQ nwasem no Kwame Ghana force ye show man pani any Sam George kwa de Kwame e mo wa so da so to as minister obi a sebi owo moral values pa ba na kasa
e won wa so da so to as minister say communication ministry ene ye de na ko and it has nothing to do with LGBTQ plus.
Patrai, what can wasem? What can wasem say? So now bamba. Na say sema waka so man penny mama within some months one ya say be aban ko be free.
I make me say videos all over.
It's a into what way it tells you say be
moral values. They say we must refer to the Constitutional and Legal Committee of Parliament. It was more who had made it. Mampanino se beto nanim ne bia wansan a bia ho no be resign.
Aha, Kwame. Se beto mampanino nim, se ento mampanino no. At nipa honesty, sincerity, integrity must at all times, all material times no be your conviction. Say asem ye kan ye ka se bosun nyense be ye. Asem ye kan your majority to test in parliament. Asem ye kan speaker of parliament ewe nipa. Enti o mampani 3 months a twem. 6 months a term, 1 year term. Yensaya, it means Albania, ya can say yes sign. And Kwame, I can tell you say this Albania 1 sign. No more kind of opposition, 2 million no open, and no chance to Ghana phone. I can't come so payan tontia. Say this Albania, and not the LGBTQ bill no. Or better say I call parliament, no sign, 1 sign and say it.
Hey, sir.
Kwame, me say first sign baby and soon come. Me say, oh man penny mama, me del man penny mama near this for say. Me say LGBTQ no. Me yan tonchia, me so one sign. Ti no more Kenya no. Drama. and omoye akan drama cantata who agro no man Ghana foodi
na yes some patience and say yen say akọ constitutional legal committee of parliament no wo the plenary na wo so bobo hu na bia wo to so aba na ye de brema mpani a ne ho ne ye behu say obesan na won san wo be say put in the house before the cat
go duru ompo no wa waka so asan because omo nyon madwo so mesan sa growe no you wonim said on person mo ye ene wo constitutional legal affairs so ene intimi kan ene article bi no mo hwe ye sha se na private members bill abade ba so there bi obeso government bill since e say be intentem e chire ni ente ka bi o na so yesterday e ko ha said the Kwame Midi kan no se omampeni mahama why na dwen se obesan bill na ahoɔden a yɛde pass D levy no ahoɔden a yɛtimi hyehyɛ mmara levies yɛde akɔtɔ port ahoɔden a yɛtimi hwɛ sɛ anadwo de sum 12 am yɛtimi frɛ parliament ma no ɔmbɛtena ase no saa ahoɔden no ɔmampene maama de kuma Kwame metimi aka kyerɛ sɛ enduru Monday Tuesday no bill no ebetumi aba amana bɛyɛ mmara ndc aban wɔnyɛ na dwen sɛ ɔbɛpass bill bia Ghana fo mu ntie nie wonye na adwen normal work nyina no say bi adanko dadadwe ho asem na omo ne Ghana for aid eti ne se obi a yempese be se obi be spokesperson MNDC for na ye defend no enya nya wo hwe na wo ba utie kasa bi a say bi papa masofufu bi a start so omo kasa kwa bi ehu ba bi a direction ni na ekọ ana se mi enfa anya politics hey da be ne kasa LGBTQ enfa anya politics Kwame me so pa tie hwe na enra sofofo bia start omo kasa nyina me fa anya politics omo ampeni maama ebe obesan ana omo ampeni Akufo-Addo atran so de man kasa me fa anya politics no omo ampeni maama de me fa anya politics sabi hero Akufo-Addo de bi moja na woni me no bi na omo ampeni maama hu ade no oso obeye monye nyehu na Ghana fo wusa asem a mo kan no ampa mo de ose ayoyo
General Mami Musa enkrofobia argument nso ne say LGBTQ no ye pass kura ade no nipa no wore no kokoam eti be de kura no wahu akwatwena so ebi no argument kura ne say nka yenhwem yie na afa nka yemfanye advocacy bi emfa ma oman no na ho mbran kasa kura de o sha back to square one nya de betuma yeyi wogi ne say
Kwame se Ghana ana ke hu ni ase ye be hyehyemna se okowi ade a yenchu efisese na o so okowi ade a yesi yechu sinkofu wi ade mboa nyanso so de e de ne se eye mra ya twato ento okowi a yesi do ko 2 years 3 years let's anete eti se ka mra bia ne wo so bokro no a enye boni a se ka bia ka kro ne ekoso no ka tu atese
and because in absence of any law no would it back court to crack do na de bebo no
sir eti mo mo nya argument se fa nya advocacy enya advocacy ho asem ne ye be kan asem ye fa nya mra se be de pa kono ko di boni a asotwe da ho eni ti advocacy ndi Kwame ene de se afa consultant no kwa de mbem
Ati wasi afa consultant I see. Eti wadi nija kwa sene kwa sana woka na mibisa say MDC aba power won keka ko afe enefa mugiri say the way won say run economy ni country no 2028 and that's all homa mo
kwa menda so pa MPP sebi 2024 ye kwa abatum no ye kache Ghana for say omampeni maama ni NDC a no more 2012 eko 2016 no ono a bibia sesan ye sesan ye mre say enye 2012 to 2016 nemum about 2024 sa bre ne kache Ghana for say mon kai say omampeni maama ni first time teacher for nurses for ye for madwumam ebitimi ye adwuma 2 years ye ntwe omoka ye betwe omoka 3 months about 2024 the same thing as asase bim teacher ni ko ye adwuma o ye adwuma 1 year ntwe aneka nurse ni ko ye adwuma ntwe aneka to the extent say na abanso rent credit prison officers, immigration officers, and no crown and MPP are person na sa no many bi no. To the extent say MPP rekufo do amanya crowd there koko for yanti omukoko price bi si da ahochemu nya na etu omukoko price e de momo MPP are person enya hwekra enya crowd there na ja na wa hospital si esima nkofo na ekoso NDC abemu ebaye sebi Kwame ebi si da se Ghana ye o memwa ye swafo a wo hwa bambo ho asem sebi ato ne bonkum so asemasi akobusuni be edu and let the first minister you need to remember
but say deputy defense minister no obaduma
Kwame and I said deputy defense minister obaduma and I'm man substantive no you won say defense minister sebi ade abediche ye no entimi ni obi a o substantive in your peda there's a reason why you minister or deputy minister and now penny I said the economy no and then you actually the kon a o hu no no once I share difference and San Franca ho na said be and then to Nkrumah senya breku na nkofo efra abonte abeto ahye afarefo so ye to Nkrumah na ye ma mu kodidwa e wo Burkina ni ato ahye omo so Kwame Ade ya say here ohia aban party say ye benya defense minister yamo man kuma e man korasinsia soldier force o mu ye recruitment e ho asem ko bai o ma hwe mo kwa ya na say bi defense minister we a o hwe sa normal we ye beka se Ghana bambo ne hye there's a reason why say bi aban bi aba ye see here minister wo it Kwame M1 say Ghana for the central fleeting send it ya ban say you are Mahama defense minister identity na sintia o ye o mem ha ye bambo ho asem e ko busu ye du any defense minister dey na ko so ministry o ye nfiri wa NDC for bosha mo shem nantia e tom nantia sum 2024 elections nantia ebu twi e ko di omochi e cha Ghana for say omo ba nurses for amutifie no mu real school na de be mama dwuma aye and then nurses for more real school teacher for more real school beside ba na say akosi sen eto so biem yet your memoir in home scammer the biggest scammer is your memoir and it's a bank it's a confirm for police a confirm for immigration a confirm for prison service their forms they pay bit my form 5,000 now a ban way a year high a man nanten maba koto phone nipa over 500,000 ye we ya man nya faso 110 million say be hu kroni say bi da a wo no so
da press wo nyina no na wo prop pass obeko security service no wo koto forms ya mfa ne ye refund diska no na dodo no so ye o mu nim nipa e be qualify it will be abeto nti when dey say kanya issue bi ana
Kwame ebin see that Sebi said do kano say bia o ton 5,000 na mponipa 20,000 ko 15,000 akoto a ene obeka say dey e be medical sa e be tima feli e be wo wetimi mba those numbers are reasonable but Kwame 5,000 not on funds 500,000 man ko for Kwame no kroni apoba dey na sinsi dey be na sinsi na woni prefer pass o for nipa 5,000 no aton from 500,000 na we ye wonya for so 110 million now man penny be kasa o man penny so in the next 4 years you call 40,000 sa 40,000 I feel say now mofa empo so for 40,000 dia can sa 460,000 omo ye den e ho na Ghana from 90 maba wa say be omu nya adwuma ye e bi ko bo bosia enem no kasa e bi wo kwa mti omo de omo ka and obu a mobile man go to me send man if the says can or bobos here or the quarter forms no see as alpha the Ghana from 90 mobile busa so man penny mama almost say odu omuka we are then odu omuka if the says can na omukotwa ma no MTN for da omuka omo ma me no omo nua omo gbe nko bobusa omo do omuka sebi so ma kwa agro na me kwa omo men di bia kwa me to ma me and then Ghana for catch o man penny mama ni ndc man say senti na police for no man for mo a said this is 110 million no omo ye ne den and now this person kwa na me hu say Kwame you see inflation abafom you see dollar no abafom na so ko jama so a normal born a kwa na ekosoro and the light bill MPP a president bra now say dollar mo ka say 14 or 15 no the light bill no form and then this are mine so they say dollar no form now so the light bill kosoro the transport ekosoro I trust with him and this are pension room say o share say be and the farm wo bo ba bi ekọ okọ cars o America for ni Iran for oku say be era mama etel memu aka say Russia and Ukraine and tokwa na ekoso aye be 7,000 kilometers no and find Ghana for me and then America and Iran for oku and 9,000 kilometers and also say for Ghana for me Ghana say be Kwame Nkrumah Nwa say Nkrumah Nwa meboa
ani tufangu wa ha
ye tufangu wa ha Ghana fagu ye do kwa abotire no ye njanye fama Ghana for na ne tete bo no so say be ya in the interim they find say emergency measure ba na hwe say be ya fagu bo no e be kofom
ba man pani enu a wo ma ye emergency cabinet meeting wa direct say etuo bi ni margins bi ye de da so no for the meantime no yenyi ni nyina mfiri so ne ho hare ye kopem se bia ne ma be ye straight of
course you know ka say
fango eno mabani ye mo na baso
there be ye bo na baso nyi because na so yakoto petrol no ne board say da so wosoro the man pani ahwehwe afiri no ho say eduru ebre mo odin eni hu sampa ban no e exceptional government COVID ba na ho kire ba nyina no na say bi eto nya adwuma ekufado light and water bill ni nya no free eto man pedi mama sa bre na kire mema sem na Ghana fo hu sampa aba o motoma na fa so abaso enti eto na Ghana fo ho kire no musu na 24-hour economy say ye fa nkofo aba adwumam o man pedi shebo ka say 24-hour economy ni de ba maybe e be sha say free ministries if the ministries need there e shaban say Kwame meboa and this for ka say
ministries in the shaban say direct
sir ene there enya nkofo ankwankwa adwuma bi eno aka say the pakode pa no fa nkofo me ka pa say o man pani touch Ghana for say e ba Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education o me run shift e bi be ye adwuma no pa e bi be ye adwuma wia e bi be adwuma najo 3 shift 133 and aban ka kire nti ka nya hwekura de ka 24-hour economy ni de ye sha safe wa can starting free about so ye ene NDC mrante ni maba wa mutu abama NDC no onso omanu omo pa because aba no said ye ba ya ene asoafo de bia didi ebi abusuafo ebi mu yiremo ebi mu ma ene kwasi bi fe bi side chick o ma pin de kama meti okoka dia ko esi side chick omo nya adwuma ni bia omo ye
na side chick we dey general so nim say side chick wo
eh so ma pin na ka chechi mi
na wudi
na chechi am na minim o ma pin say bi me kwa say bi me ka jezi for kwa no side chick na minim o ma pin mama o say bi afa ma side chick for no na Kwame side chick for na nya adwuma ana full soldiers ni tifie and the side chicks the nya adwuma ana NDC full soldiers mo tifie ba say ya catch them we told you so and then this form na 10 ma ba mo tifie mo say mama ira mama o de ka adwuma ne ba ye no wa cha ma onkrofo nya bi side chicks na nya adwuma ni bi and then yam na 10 ma ba wa ye ko tari posters ye ko campaign house to house no ye da so tifie to man pani o de ka o ye de ya o de ka
I see. Yeti uja yen kwa saying
o Kwame me da so ti me se Ghana for ni MPP for say the hihye normal no omonta ye tini hihye normal Ghana for a good difference no say be entro ni enda da NDC for the catch Ghana for galance wanse mo kan ye LGBTQ wanse mo kan no ene Ghana for hu say the amamu ni ko the meso bia no say yen kai humbom na yen adwumaden na yamma Ghana for hu say ampa ya person no mu ye na so tu na mo bebre na the NDC aman ye die ye yire ho a 2028 no Kwame kunudie be ye Kwame meda wasepa
Mese meda sepa lawyer Justin Kodua Frimpong wa ye general secretary e de ma MPP amanyuko no ye ne no de enkomo awie okay 101.7 so enie aha na Ghana kasa aha na Ghana tie na eye efiada na ye boja ye de eye pa to pa eye back to back nso so na bibia ye de be ma kama pa sade nkomo no so won so opese utie eno okay 101.7 so enie na medical ka wadwe nkyere no wo de befa 0208 772 772 0208 772 772 o de faswa ye be kenkan kama pa e de amount aha na bibia so atimi ay kama pa so e de amount na ma menhwe mo adwe nkyere kakra mo de aba na mum yen san to aso na afei yen kɔ yanim honorable bafo awua eye mrasebedwani ewo Manhyia South na wosan eye mranimu ni na ye ne no ntwetwe nkomo emfa ensem bia ehuhia ma oman editie edi kanso so honorable mesamu akwaba eba okay FM so
the juice bro minia let's say
boko na usumpom te sen
nyankopon adom bre na ma brands many day
kra pa na mabawu nchen a enura ene ehuhu ade bi o social media ne daily sin so a capture AG challenges OSP powers na so kan ni nyina mu e de ba wo se office of the special prosecutor for that matter special prosecutor no enu antimi monitoring say okay mehunu efidie corruption bi wo baabi na wo baabi a me ankasa no metu ho na mon said watutu ho na mon wo cases bebre a nyina animsem no na de agoda Supreme Court yi eto sen eno the Deputy Attorney General Justice Sam Srai wono so e de akwakoda no me say ti other narratives no ebinum se da bi obi na de koye na wono so a file se ade no so wono so efua so se de nipa konde koye se de sitie no wadaruma enkomoyi ati sen pa na se wo fa article 88 na fe wo befa Office of the Special Prosecutor Act no 2017 5959 no na wo hwe section 4 no ede ba no a asmranimu ni de ekoso yankasa no eto sei
media medase ade no was me to me book na me breaking it down tremo ni pani na executive ni na no pre eye age no na be case no ekoye abrantie bi ene de ko se o challenge to me a special prosecutor no wo se odin krofo ku gina court ko bo won kwadu se udi for ana udi dem o cha kwadu bi a wode abo wo na sa brantie oyubi a oni Deputy Attorney General no enenam because one enenam a oyubi a obey no se oni na ye adwuma na sebe enokra de eto de bia unhwe ne because onipa bia wanyi bia ne sebe wona dwere so entino untumi nka sebe ebia enhyeso bi wo ha na bibi na emum no e wo se ye manipa nyina ate ase se oni no enenam abrantie no di case ko court yes ko court if na Attorney General or sere kwan se obe filing the statement of case on say who the case go Supreme Court nipa na case no bi akwatia no e wo se of file ade na no disem o de begina so the aye case no e no na ye lawyer for your friend statement of case na afi no file na enra petuja say wa file the application to Supreme Court say yema ne kwan na ni statement of case bre sesen ko file no etwem enti na ne kwan na on file no out of time ana pabon tia ho komo aba ene wa frame ya no pay na minua wo ye lawyer ni a wo twema nso a ade ba ko bi wo ho a onipa biara nim onipa biara te ase ye manso ye lawyer for ayetwe manso no e wo se case biara wo ya e wo se unya botaye bia udidi akire enti e se unya botaye bia udidi akire enti u bisa ho se Attorney General botaye a odidi case na chipa ene de he but e odidi case no ubenya ho nte ase ewo the statement of case no ubenya ho nte ase on the statement of case no botaye a onu de akire se ojitum se yede echi yede boni pakọ adudi ni kujina court ewo Ghana mrebo no sa tumi no ewo Attorney General nsem eni unipa bi ansem enti na tese ho no woni branche no eya adwen case na wode court no na the second question the second question edeja eno ni say a friend is saying to me parliament edema special prosecutor no say on farm prosecute no eye unconstitutional no ho no and all argue so say ampa eye unconstitutional because to me ni nyina no constitution e de ama Attorney General na minia me share papa ni case no a ade ba ko mi hu ni say eye ni position is very very unstrategic the Attorney General position no eye very unstrategic.
Why? Because making kind ade bi e wo ha was it the act and was it Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017 the book na making kind document an act to establish the Office of the Special Prosecutor as a specialized agency to investigate specific cases of alleged or suspected corruption and corruption-related offences involving public officers and politically exposed persons in the performance of their functions, as well as persons in the private sector involved in the commission of alleged or suspected corruption or corruption-related offences. Prosecute these offences on the authority of the Attorney General and provide for related matters.
That is
on the authority of the Attorney General. Yeah, which let me say what
Kwame, Bible say ye wade nyina ho kran enye ni nyina na fataye ye wade nyina ho kran isi emra adwuma no ya na eyemra na wode ye adwuma na emum to da bi nso a ya na mesremeka mepacho enya atenie uba me officer lawyer fo a me training omu no ni nyina de bia meka kire wo mo meka kire omu say you should always be guided by wisdom. You should always be guided by wisdom. Lawyer near a footwa would the bema as software na juma no. A very different from a footwa would the radio station, a radio presenter. From say, Kwame, we a radio presenter with the Mesremiko, no this one repeal be. Send your messiah handle case no. A very different from a software. Sabe ye di report on so di nyina e wisdom na say guide o so what you say now special prosecutor enche bia na ebeto just say NDC fuwe pese omo abolish office no enche bia so what you say in beto just
they say nipa bi na e petition come amampani ba wo hwe mu no say want me establish Bibia
apart from the majority leader of parliament and the majority chief whip make key statements to that effect and so the private members bill a train on my penny issue statement to say was so what I say now se utu sa na bonwa on the back of sa anamontuna NDC panyifoni tu ye no se utu anamonwa utu o Supreme Court conclusion obi abeba betone say wo pese wo ade na abolition na amantimi abolition wo pese ofa kwan foforo so ye so te ase by making sure say tumia ekura the special prosecutor no tumi no yagye free ne nsem
I counsel baby I'm a king can ye say or say on the authority of the attorney general and provided for related matters no per the omudi akoda court na just say odi case bia na without recourse to the attorney general no obetimi edi ana wetimi ana bi o obetimi edi baby o so age so obo attorney general na mane na waji tumi fi
o ma me kwan na me chichiri mu a obeti ase mi duru ho
ti matipa
me sell enti ushe on the back of now non koma akoso na se uko take his position we Supreme Court wa e be ni pa bebira adwen say tumi ekura papa no opesa woje se de be ya ma abolish ne dia ma bubu ne se agudanu enti won tumi nka, which for me is unstrategic. It's unstrategic, especially because only office of the special prosecutor no special prosecutor or that no I can't be fear me no oko I can't be fear me no what in the juma be ye and to me say oh be ya man krofo aka say who kin want to be anya na juma no when in fact for the next 2 years he cannot conclude any major prosecution. And then say he will not be able to conclude a lot of the prosecution at all yet. And he sabi obi ko o be mana fa wo so e de awu attorney general wa nye strategic the position na wa take no enye strategic papa no akade mfie mienu na okon wo de adwuma eto ho so atiase enti onu mu no se no mfie mienu na aka no a onim se sabi only any major achievement there to show no now was that kase amanyofo na emani ntumi nya na amanyofo na emani ntumi nya na adwuma
anano kwa no was CS so sorry isan said year attempt nkofo ayese o mo press office of the special prosecutor no enkwanye nti to ase CS no se wo mo so pagya
obeka kire wo say
me say de o kan na no kwa no se CS no wo mo sorry isan se nipa bia bo mu trimu pose den a on pese special prosecutor office no efri ho nti so de no for kan
so now what man be gina so everything I make at say attorney general no the position I want taking a unstrategic
bia so wono kra no we be free wa Supreme Court no ruling on data na fe ye hunu the clarity before us
minia se obeye no kra na nkenye sesei atong eniema do na meka so say ye wade nyina ho kwan na nso nyedi nyina na fata ye we attorney general you have to be guided by a lot of prudence you should make very strategic decisions for the nation in the interest of the nation move with any strategic back okra eto so bi o share onu ankasa ne papers awa file no right or contradicted who attorney general contradicted who even in the papers in one breath what say shall na e wo ho no a directive in another breath also you contain the say shall not say parliament shall say ma special prosecutor pumi na on fire juma media sabi unity ana say ne nine we a lawyer ni now quarter take a position don't speak from two sides of your mouth don't take double positions talk as here a position na attorney general na taking no media he may be right but unstrategic at this point two one kasan enam say unstrategic intino one kasa woni and he's even confused and he's showing that confusion in his statement of case. The attorney general is showing that confusion in his statement of case. And on concorda, Mr. Supreme Court say Omuma office of the special prosecutor no crime not joining matter because the office of the special prosecutor has been created as an artificial entity. Although the any person ye bia utumi high dying utumi to ejapade utumi di nyina enti assemble utumi representing him some no so e be affect no asem no be affect no. Into the principles of joinder no. Sabi. The principles of joinder in litigation no. The patrol two of them apply to him. And to be full say the office of the special prosecutor should apply to join. This is not like the case Supreme Court can say Parliament cannot have a lawyer. It will use Attorney General no. So can say in the case of a timer Yoda Babin can say close to Parliament no. Yoda Babin can say sorry one can so close to Parliament or can say when majority we declare say NDC for the majority and MPP minority no. So I know Supreme Court no I can say a friend say Parliament if we found one lawyer so means Attorney General. But this is different. This is a friend an agency of state ya create amani tumi e mani bibia. So what I say it is our agency of state no so asem fa de ho a was see a man kwan no so defend the ho. This is not one of the cases as Attorney General the Kasama no. Before say I was the office of the special prosecutor no so no. Supreme Court man kwan no representing no. Kwame the the tough about say the Attorney General's position in this case is unstrategic, very unstrategic, and it's not in the interest of the country at this time.
Yes, sir, and can Ojaya man did the term new and watching and can be because one answer.
That's it, Kwame. And no. If you say, Sabio, Sabia Cronto. Near Yakika Queen, Eliachra, the Ababa said to me, and I saw the mano, and 2 minutes the mana, or the money to me, or the mayor you but said the old you, or the other you could the year you mano. So what I say, it's say 2 minutes, all the mano. Now it is just because your problem is because an act of parliament, in 2% no, so send a bear, I did 2 minutes the man to say the old other you could now. Now, difference being the only difference I'm going to say, beer. What is that to me, mano? So Attorney General the mano, right? Through a constitutional instrument, a CI. Nase, be or prosecutor be now within Yehua, also very draw. Or draw, it comes back to the positioner. The special prosecutor has been maintaining, say, the Jumano political interference into all to me, the Juma. So what I say, is he at that point not going to say you are interfering with his work? Or is he not going to say interference are interfering when to me on to me in the Jumano? I look at the make a child say Attorney General and Namoa O2 or really who ye a unstrategic. It's a very unstrategic move now, all Mikino.
Council, the Kaisa Ebrana Yen Emra Ade Ama Special Prosecutor Act, no. Me Kaisa 88, no. Constitution Article 3 and 4 no and go for change so I have a main Article 88 clause 3 and 4 no was the Attorney General shall be responsible for the initiation and conduct of all prosecutions of criminal offences. 4. All offences prosecuted in the name of the Republic of Ghana shall be at the suit of the Attorney General or any other person authorized by him in accordance with any law. Ahano ebra no ye nwene mra no minim se nipa betwe wo mo adwene gina so asembe na o mo kafa 88 clause 3 and 4 yi
me pacho say no ntina o mo kofa subject to no baye section 4 of the Office of the Special Prosecutors Act which almost is subject to Article 88 3 and 4 into say who interpreting is there then it may be say the position Attorney General is taking correct. But no argument anymore. So he's arguing from two sides of the coin. So it's all can say a directive, which means a may. That means a discretionary. So what I say. But we and what Abakachara will say, or Parliament by doing so is compelling him because the word shall have been used. It's now he's speaking from two sides of the mouth, of his mouth, which for me is problematic.
You can't approbate and reprobate.
Good. The Attorney General Kwame, but I'm saying, sir, politically, it is not a smart decision.
Okay.
Kwame, almost say na this is for no opposition. Now mu can go for that me who asem. No mu go for that me echi. Kwame, I can tell you on authority. Dame is one of the best attorney generals in this republic, in the history of this republic. Dame, you see, so we are litigation. Which man's one at a man's one fair. And you may be wow, yet. They make out my fear. And then NDC for women say as here with Dame home. Only Japamu issue, it was an unfortunate situation. That I will admit. Sabi, but we are so question the boy here. It we are there from Swaba could be there, Ebeba. So they make out my fear. And of course, NDC for us were right to take advantage of it politically. But I'm saying, say, on any day, he's one of the finest attorney generals this country has produced. Because you don't make certain blunders. Oh, Adiano, say, Ujina, baby, Ujina as attorney general of the Republic. You are also for politicians, and there's political interest, and you yourself may be a politician. It may be a way also taking other factors into account. And your law now the year Juma. Me make a what must say. I have to say, Sabi, we are attorney general, and your say, go prosecute what he the so what I say, maybe I was in the promo, meaning, of stronghold. What I say, now Obi say ko prosecutor na ko tu ana mobi. Who say to sa na mo na the assembly ba. Oh, you have to take a lot of things into account, a lot of factors. And there's a different way you handle that matter. You may not prosecute. You may take a different step. So what I say, and on the litigation, it is not just law, but with the greatest of respect and humility, you need to take into account a bit of native, prudence. Why?
Hello? I see. It's in near maybe as a set or a man but I saw the agnes to home.
Bible say what you now pay, then swinging in a fatay. And new position there now could take it because it may have serious political effect. In the position now, Attorney General taking a all strategic.
In the case of say what could no according kunim, Attorney General na according kunim. Ebasa of the special prosecutor send any or rendani useless any.
Intina Kwame Nkrumah udi mawai.
Udi mawai. Because bibia ni just obabu amane. Ana case say word dey nyina, just obagiri nyina akọ. Na bia wa ma bi say we dey otumi kodi mame.
Nti so Kwame udi nkunimu a nkunimu udi mawai. Udi mame ho wani ama o man no.
Ai.
So what the nature now say? It is how move no pra wo take no. It is not even in the interest of the country. At this time.
I see.
Hello?
Hello? What's summing up saying? Council, Mr. What's summing up saying? Hello, Council. No de wie but de besi nya free change na yenya na working kan at 88 3 and 4 no of the 1902 constitution no no na can say 3 and 4 no say the Attorney General shall be responsible for the initiation and conduct of all prosecutions of criminal offenses. 4. All offenses prosecuted in the name of the Republic shall be at the seal of the Attorney General or any other person authorized by him in accordance with any law. Nature says, "O mine will be dear bonifusem." Next, o mine be twina so na kogina court wa. Ni nyina no ɛhyɛ attorney general aban lawyer panin no ensɛm anaasɛ obi a wama no tumi sɛ wɔnyɛ minim sɛ saa abrɛ no a yɛyɛ office of the special prosecutor act no ana yɛ establish office no wɔn mo twe adwene gyina so it wɔn mo twe adwene gyina so no wɔn mo nso ɛbaayɛ section 4(2) wɔn bɛ so bɛka sɛ subject to clause 4 of the article 88 of the 1992 constitution, the office shall, for the purpose of this act, be authorized by the attorney general to initiate and conduct the prosecution of next say one also can shall per the office of the special prosecutor act no section 4(2) ni say biribiara no obagi ni tumi e de afri eye attorney general ho no di asem no we no omde akoda court for supreme court for interpretation ye be we na ye di ho so enkomo okay 101.7 so ni ye emrasam ti wo kenkan na wa kenkan ni yi oba
bema
kajagum ni enko
graphic democrata enie omampanyi John Dramani Mahama enu enhyiamudie bi koso ewo natenaye enhyiamudie no kwa wie no woka say Iran ani Israel wo mu kun America for de ntuma akwakobo Israel for dia no ama petrol bu kwa na ekoso ewiase nyina Ghana ehun frama no yatibi
enti obodua mu kakra na yenkodi enkomo kakra why mate mesa ba onche me da ase onimunyamfo inu safuseni woye enkane mrahye bedwani for Tamale Central na woye mranim ni kane se woba Legal and Constitutional Committee of Parliament papa di ntintimai pa ntidabia ya na omoso afe no ye ne no eni nkomomfa ensem a ehuhia ho Alhaji teacher Inusa memo achia no pen
mejumeso na opom te time
apom ye pa na wo so
me huye
so legal tussle here ekoso between the attorney general and then the office of the special prosecutor yabobo so wo mo agina article 88 3 and 4 actually say obi a wo kodi asema it should be at the instance of the attorney general and now one no should authorize you what kind special office of the special prosecutor act no 2017 no act 959 so section 4 no and also so wachechire mu e de abase and also so we use the word shall wo ho e ma wono so de akoda Supreme Court for interpretation de ekoso yi emremu entiase e wo mu ni sen yentie
for first thing me the here say we tie fo nyina and understanding say Supreme Court the highest court of the land. Inti Parliament Ayemra Act 959 Office of the Special Prosecutor Act. Emma Office of the Special Powers to me Office of the Special Prosecutor to me be na obia ko court akoka say sa to me the Parliament edima sa office yi Parliament any sa to me to be able to give such powers to the office of the special prosecutor. Inti Supreme Court unruly on sa semi. The Supreme Court no so na ye court the original jurisdiction in the interpretation of the Constitution. Say what Article 88 adding in this whole conversation. In the formulation of Article 88 no shall no a mandatory and a permissible. Supreme Court na ebetimaka but yen na ye call school yen says shall is mandatory but there have been judgments of the court where shall a permissible.
Na ehina yebehu say there have been judgment and now other case law be a Supreme Court, apex court of the land, you know, a cancer shall no permissible rather than being
cases were where they have said that well in this instance shall is permissible, and there have been cases where may is considered to be obligatory. Indeed, whereas me, I can say a discretionary, but there have been decisions of the court. And say the whole suit, in my view, no, turns on whether or not the parliament ever create a body like the office of the special prosecutor and insulate that body against political and administrative interference and manipulation by the office of the attorney general. That's the question. Can parliament do that? Because Article 88, 3 and 4, now Section 4(2) of the Special Prosecutors Act, Parliament subjected the power of the special prosecutor to the Article 88 of the Constitution, particularly Article 88(4) of the Constitution, and created an architecture which bypasses the control and discretion of the Attorney General because of the structure, form, and responsibility given to the special prosecutor. Until the Supreme Court is being invited to rule on whether or not Parliament can do that. Until Mayana and Kaya Kumantu Yem and train Emma the Supreme Court and pronounce it on assembly.
A council will be able to say what accounted for these legal tussle. That there were in a fairness age in a who and now said never they turned blind eye to it.
Well, that is a very, very good question. I don't know what would have prompted this. Is it a clash of personalities? Is it a theft fight? Whatever it is, really mean to me, the devil itself has no capacity to know what is in the minds of people. And to me, I did the echo Adam Te Nutrinu Manu di Assembly Echo Court for interpretation. Mean to me, come. I did the Matima Canon said this is not the first attempt at challenging the constitutionality of the creation of the office of the special prosecutor. Ukai Ken Kranchi case was the first case. Now, just like you introduced me, now I'm a ranking member on the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee of Parliament. I'm there, crafty law. Civil society played a very important role. The contextual clarity at the bar in the law and also help us navigate the contours of Article 88 of the Constitution. Now, time the law na nipa bebre say the law was unconstitutional. I'm even surprised that 9 years down the line or 8 years down the line, the Office of the Special Prosecutor has recorded its first special prosecutor and it's now the second special prosecutor who has only 2 years or so to leave the job. The act itself has withstood some level of scrutiny. Now, I'm confident that the Supreme Court will do what is needful in the circumstances.
Now, you hear special prosecutor in the office, I survived an attempt by a session of the public. Be say, my petition, my penny, and free war. Recently, my penny said there is nothing untoward. It bet me, Ama establish a prima facie case against the office near the year free war, now special prosecutor near year free war. Sir, and I know special prosecutor knows what they can say. Civil society organizations, woman sorry. Now attempt by Nkrofobi say one person, yes, scrap office in free one, woman yai. What you wear no need the asa bad letters here. It will say.
So I've been trying to understand what would have motivated the Attorney General to agree with Odamte that the office is unconstitutional. In view of Adedia Omampenyin John Dramani Mahama Ekayeno.
Obi kwa raise say attorney general no obi na de na asem akọ and then wakọ to okọ akọfo aso amanfo se ho so mo ntia se
Mrs. Makasa Mintiase. So we need the Omontas on the Dawson. So that is why we are observing this keenly. Nancy, baby, the special prosecutor Kasai spoke at a forum organized by CDB and their partners. Nami Mitie the proceedings live on the YouTube. Or the Assam Tijua say civil society embo modern sa office no enco into the constitution so that the office of the special prosecutor can be boarded, cladded, positioned in the constitution in such a way as to withstand the storms, the shaky. And I think that is what the Constitution Review Committee is trying to do. I did the yemi ngwa no say yenina yetias say all the institutions, the investigative institutions were there. Yoko, Shiraj, FIC, Office of the Special Prosecutor, the police, the CID department. No, when we were unable to fight corruption, when we all agreed to be able to fight corruption, we need to tweak the office of the Attorney General. Obimu say separate the office from the Minister of Justice from the prosecutorial powers of the Attorney General, so that the Attorney General will be independent of the Minister. In 2016, the NDCC established a special office within the Attorney General's office for purposes of fighting corruption. MPPC create an office of the special prosecutor and give that office powers. Not that time, office of special prosecutor, independent prosecutor. Now, so the law, when it was finally brought, MPP we need 2016 elections and brought a bill to Parliament 2017 in the 7th Parliament. Nami Wahobi as a ranking member, and we worked on the bill. Yet to Kwanko, South Africa, yet to Kwanko, Canada, yet to Kwanko, Singapore, to see how the office operates. So we organize a public forum, a civil society, a patronize. Many people brought in memoranda, and then they shape the contours of the law to ensure that we can have a body that is fit for purpose.
Na council ba kwa nipa bi busa ne say mampani da akufo pension what office of accountability ye hu de kosi ye na special prosecutor e kra no enye first time bi o man ni enya bie ba ku bia no o me ye fi ni din o kai say he was involved in a scandal. And watching was say asem no kra no ensi e jurisdiction yi de kosi wo London enti o man to be nyina so emfa prosecute no enti ama nipa bia ya adwene say da bia we commit so much into it na ye twa budget de ama wo mo but so much so little and a resource no so ye hunu your thoughts on this say ye man wo ho na emom ye nye changes kakra ana say ye scap no kra bi kan say o man no has not achieved any much bia conviction or otherwise.
So special prosecutor office no a part of the offices that have been established to fight crime. Yes, sir.
Vanity.
Yes, special prosecutor on or fight crime. It's part of the offices. You say the jurisdiction is limited. Corruption related offenses and breaches of the Procurement Act. And in the jurisdiction. Now, so money laundering, Yoko, and other organized crimes, Yoko, financial intelligence unit or center, almost a year Juma to prevent crime. The police CID or more power to investigate all offenses under the Criminal and Other Offences Act. Now, Adentina, ye evaluating no, obi anka adeɛ deɛ yoko ayɛ, anaa adeɛ deɛ FIC ayɛ, anaa adeɛ deɛ police ayɛ. Why are we not evaluating them? Anaa upɛ kyerɛ sɛ Office of the Special Prosecutor no yɛti yɛ no yɛsi ɛno nko ara na ɛbɛ fight crime no nyinaa. So yes, Office of the Special Prosecutor is just 8 years or so old. Omaye Juma, but there's room for improvement. Do you throw the baby with the bathwater away?
No.
No nation has developed institutions just by trying when the institution is facing problems and they throw the institution away and bring a new one. I mean, people grow. Would go about Kora over that at Nancy, a crawl, get up, walk, run, grow old, and probably die. So it's a process. It's a process. Just like a human being, an institution too has a gestation period, just like a human being. So why do we think that 8 years old institutions should outperform all the other institutions? Who kasika there yedima Yoko since its creation, yedima FIC since its creation, yedima even the Attorney General's office since its creation, against recoveries now. Will you say that we should scrap the Attorney General's office?
No, you can't.
So you don't evaluate institutions based on that. Then they have done work too. They have done work. You remember LaBianca? Let the
Where
reforms.
the woman was surcharged.
Yes, you remember the tour when they were going to sell tour. You remember Martin Hamidu's corruption risk assessment on Ajepa. These are preventive. Now we are struggling with SML. You know that money SML is going to the cancellation of the contract, the money that saved Ghana. You know, you had the MIF and gold for oil. You know the amount of money involved. Do you know the amount of money involved? That money, if it is recovered, will be more than all the budgets that have been given to OSP. So my view is that, you see, because such institutions where they can boy no more, but we felt that they were not fighting corruption enough. Then we created a body with all its imperfections. Yes, imperfections. And the imperfections will only be remedied after some time. So with all its imperfections, we created a body with the belief, say, that body need to be a boy, a fight corruption. Now we are struggling to cancel the body. If we cancel the body, what body are we replacing it with?
Now, I'm forcing Ken in directing now Office of the Attorney General.
But the Office of the Attorney General was there.
Director of Public Prosecutions. Now, I'm creative bureau be under the Attorney General office, and I say you created. Some nipa echo.
Me say Article 88 no. Since 1992, our constitution no more.
Yeah.
Nothing prevented the Attorney General or all Attorney Generals from establishing the office of the Public Prosecutor. Because our constitution no. And so, what you are mentioning, is already the regime that existed before the promulgation of the law, Act 959. Okay? So, and the main reason the Emma Parliament, Emma Special Prosecutor, the power to prosecute independent of the Attorney General, no? And yet, because of the perception, say, the Attorney General, who is a Minister of State and sits in cabinet, might find it difficult to prosecute members of his own government because he's part of the government. So you needed a body that will circumscribe that power in such a way as to be independent. from political manipulation, and that's the OSP that was created.
Okay.
Me say we have political crimes, yes, sir.
Sure.
Who during elections, during campaigning, nipa bebre commit crime, but in the Political Parties Act, there was a provision that says that before you can prosecute that crime, you require a fiat of the Attorney General. Yes, sir.
Sanity.
Now, what is a political party winning elections are prosecuted on elections?
There be intensi.
Because of the fiat. Because Attorney General will not give a fiat for you to prosecute his own members.
I see. Teacher Nisa, Mama now was no paper, yet our sisters in education, no.
And that's it.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Honorable Inusa Fuseni, former MP for Tamale Central, waye emranimu ni pa. Na yene na atwetwe enkomo emra no so no ene gumanu menura manna makenkan bia na meni a lawyer fo no e de asie ni ama omo so atumi a kyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ de be ya menu mienu nyina no ye betena se ye we nyina no na ye oman ye fe no amayo waba somma ye nkwae
Omampanyi John Dramani Mahama nura mu nhia mu de ekɔ so a ye cabinet meeting ase no and walker say Israel ni Iran ekun yi America fo akota Israel fo echi no ama ewiase fa ngobo akoso petrol ni diesel ni gas ni bibia Ghana ebia kan yen enti se sa na tie dia eto taxes a ededa petroleum products eso no omu yi ni nyina e de afi ho afi ayalolo buses Metro Mass eye kofo buses no bebre access ye no so aban eto bebre egum na emiamia edru anwumra traffic tai wo ho pa ho che omanfo brebre no munya cars emfu nkofie no wo mo so atumi anya ye lolo bus na fo ewo ebra wo mo emre na ay lolo bus no so se ebo kura wo mo agye no eno so wahwe se wo mo entity ebo no so na entumi emwa enti we ye nsem a osoafo hwe aban kitamudie hu nsem eso ono Felix Kwacho so de atudwa enne graphic de obokrata no e de ababetu edwa e o de obokrata no animu ha sei Metro graphic de obokrata no echi na me story ya mpanyimfo da Ghana Plastic Manufacturers Association ano any wo da National Association of Sachet and Packaged Water Producers ano no wo mo ye nsenka adwa de ya wo mo etu pure water ana sachet water ebo no emu e de akosoro na wo mo chirema wo se osoafo hwe adwadie ho nsem eso mame Elizabeth ofosu ajare ene ne mpanyimfo afre wo mo no matena se atwetwe nkomo enti ama wo mo ye se wo mo ye raba no ho adwuma e wo mo tu ebo no mu ama wo mo so mo to nsuo no atobuo no mu raba fo na je penis wo mo anya ntobuo no bio enti se sa na tie dia na wo mo so sachet water fo no so entobuo no emu enti eno ene ensem a ebinada ne hyiamudi na wukwada ne hyiamudi a wo mo koye no wo mo de aba pie edwa nanso no awia no so putupuruso esenya ne ntie se wo mo me raba fo nse wo masese wo madwen ebo no to ano mbetum ena sachet water fo nse se raba ye koto e de aba be ye nsuo yi se wo mo so mbetu buo no di a ena ye nso eton sachet ni nsuo ni choice ekwan bi aso no e wo se sachet water buo no yetum enti enura no meat ne to so mienu ekoso e kirei ena ye be hwe se enura meat na ekoso no enchemu ban ena pie fre bae sachet water buo no ye betum dia na nsuo no ba ko be kosen esan se bag ni be fi 80 disa wo mo mtoto no ka mu eto e wo factory ho no o mo beto ne tena na ni omo de ba na me so tobia me to ne 10 wo mo nsema na chese e ko 12 baby depending area abote e betima akodo 15 cedis bag no enti e ko ba nsa na chese ba ko 50 pesos nso e be sesa ama anhwa na chese no so e be ko nanim ene se wan Ghana o esan se kwansi so se bi ni system no mo enti no ene ensema e bobo ba enne graphic the obokrata edit story ababetu edwa enti eno so we say running story ekire dey be pie film ababia say eto
na wawunu fu ene bo no
fa say the fu de ne to aya
na mampani aya ade na me say John the second coming yo wo ba so obebu man
ovana first coming
bi udim
first coming
udi oya ade
okay
wo ye de obetumi bo ba second coming no niema bi wo wa bia ne first coming no e si ya o ma bi nsi biu
emom First one so the answer is
Mama Mawade.
okay.
Taxes and margins are a what a so no.
Petroleum
products. So papa.
Omunye.
What's what munyi bi?
I was omunye.
A son safe. Now a month for na a born marathon no man for any day. And Harrow. Ghana and any idea.
Aye. Ibi. Our own Ghana.
What can I say? Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia a can send me. A some more can say. Ebeka 2 days. Na MPP wa power more to abano. No more to fuem. 2 days yo. Na nipa won tu ntia no obeto ayede.
Ah no kra o se onya we.
So onya we.
Na so mo yes anso ntwa.
Eti dru baabi no. Aja boso ko ba afu obi. Eti bi de me ka se. Eniema bi wo wa. MPP abanada na ye na emufuo no bi. Na wo mo prepare party ni se party ni be lose. 2 days.
2 days now
to election.
Aye.
Obeso kire say.
O to fang wo mu dia.
Obeso wo kire say obe lose.
Obe lose.
Ye wo ade bi wo wa esi a e affect population pa. Enti sa na tie. Na wa hye ne nsoso e de amaye na oba ma menya adwuma we emra mesa bam che me da so okay 101.7 suni me pa mu cho end point homeopathy clinic Dr. Duboatin na Dr. Duboatin de Ghana for the wasio papa Ghana for the wase ye de wase bi mere bio na de enti ye de wase ne se obi a ode ne ya riaba end point homeopathy clinic bia no edi adansi trodo se ayare sade wodi muntintimman na me pa cho se tie bie mu e wo se me nkoso amadawuro no se efiada bia eye special day e ma chronic disease enti pa cho wo hepatitis wo diabetes oba ne be ma mo pa wo momra ene momra ho afe be ma wo di bo ani anu waje mu e wo mpamu no me pa cho wo nya akokowai catch your prenye prefer kanya mi adwen kire wo kanu kura kire wo bomade bra endpoint homeopathy clinic na Dr. Duboatin to yare na se mfafiri wo afi mi pa cho wo ani yare o spine problem wo chiri bremu fabra na Dr. Duboatin to yare na se ho mfafiri wo emfama wo mi pa cho wo ulcer bra wo diabetes abra yare biara sciatica wuntirim na twetwe wo na asiatatai wo high blood pressure ni nyina momra na obedu a wode afidie si so afidie ni kire ba bia problem no wo na afidie ni twaduro dia ma wonu ma na ko bi fa ne yare ma end point homeopathic clinic in safa yare ni sansa na chi enkokwa na wo ba wode fidie ahwe omu nyina awie no na wa ma homeopathy nuru a any side effect wonu ma na ekọ end point homeopathic clinic no was Spinters Road Shell signboard Accra. We be Otama come to 25 we do after Wajansha go straight to Apology Gardens. Follow sign it to the clinic. Kumasi branch no Chronom Abuehia Angel Education School na chipe Takrade branch wa Naji police station na chipe. We be oburu techiman heyin swa. Dr. Duboatin apofe na abo no nkono wa mamu 30 minutes. Obi amfre no na oni no eni enkomo. Wa mamu 30 minutes. Obi amfre no na oni mu eni enkomo. Dr. Duboatin number ni friend sesi a ono anekuta phone no 0244 86 70 68 0244 86 70 68 0244 86 70 68 0244 86 70 68 0244 86 70 68 Dr. Duboatin the number no boboden ne friend okay 101.7 suni yani onimanyamfo Abbas Nuruddin where communication officer Emma Ashanti Regional NDC ena obanso so on ye one CEO Emma Social Investment Fund na yene no chenkobo menua Abbas Nuruddin memoache
Meje so wo fa Kwame Nkrumah Tikese a area ade woni wa pamfo
boko de
Ade Akye Abia ya nda nyame ase a na ya ye otiafo
ɛno ne yɛte sɛ mampani ofiri France baeɛ na wafrɛ emergency cabinet meeting na deɛ afiri mu aba a Daily Graphic is a report ne sɛ government gives fuel prices relief. Measures include public transport fare and tax cuts. Nkɔmɔ wei ɛte sɛn?
Yo, wɔfa Kwame mɛda wase na ma yɛmfa akwanya wei so ne yɛnkyea atiefo a etie OKFM anɔpɛ yi. Wɔfa Kwame sɛneɛ wokae no saa na ɛteɛ. Mmerɛ kakra ne yɛte sɛ yɛwura John Mahama afrɛ emergency meeting. Na yɛmu bi a yɛkasama NDC no yɛte sɛ yɛwura Mahama afrɛ cabinet meeting no yɛyɛm hye yɛyɛ paa. Na yɛyɛm hyehyɛ no ɛkɔ soro wabra yɛhu sɛ nsɛm a ɔmo kɔka ne hɔ baako a ɔmo ɛbɛka ho asɛm paa ɛyɛ ntɔkwa a ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ Iran mpɔtamu hɔ ɛne nsunsuaso a ɛde aba ɛyɛ sikasɛm so ɛne nhyehyɛeɛ a aban ɛbɛyɛ sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɔbɛbɔ ɔmo ne sikasɛm ho bra sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ntɔkwa no ntumi nsɛe yɛ sikasɛm nhyehyɛeɛ. Na yɛyɛm a ɛhyeeɛ no ɛkɔwie sɛ mmerɛ bi a atwa mu a yɛne MPP aban Dr. Baumia led economic management team no wɔ hɔ no. Si ehu sɛ ntɔkwa bi asi na aban frɛ cabinet meeting a na aban no ne mu mpanyimfo ɔkɔhwɛ kwan a ɔmo bɛfa so a ɔmo de saa ɔhaw ne ho toɔ ɛbɛba bɛto Ghanafoɔ so. Nwura yɛte sɛ yɛwura Mahama yɛ meeting yɛde ne yɛfi sɛ aban de Israel-Iran war levy ɛna ɛbɛɛdɛ yi ɛbɛto Ghanafoɔ so na asa ama Ghanafoɔ ho ayɛ dɛ akyerɛ ɔmo because under MPP COVID ba yɛ ananado ne Dr. Baumia frɛ emergency cabinet meeting no ade ɔmo de ba yɛ ɛyɛ COVID levy. Russia-Ukraine war ba yɛ biribi a aban wɔ yɛ biara no ɔsɛ yɛ Russia-Ukraine war. Nti yɛdeɛ ne efi sɛ ɛno bia na yɛwura Mahama ɛne na pamfo ɔmo bɛyɛ ama NDC yɛne a yɛkasama party no adwuma no ayɛ dɛn ayɛ den ama yɛn. Ba enhyira enka nyame nsusuye no ana yɛsusu no amam esan sɛ yɛwɔ mampanyini a ɔdwene ne manfo ho yɛwɔ mampanyini a ɔwɔ kyema ɛma ne manfo yɛwɔ mampanyini a asɛm si a anasɛ basabasa yɛ bi ba ɛwɔ wiase adwaman so a ɔrehwɛ kwan a ɔbɛfa so a sɛbi ɔde no ɛbɛyɛ sikaduro na ɔde ano ne nkɔɔfoɔ mogya atwe sika firi ɔmo hɔ. Na mmom yɛwɔ mampanyini a ɔhaw bi ɛbɛba bi a wɔhwɛ neɛ ɔno bɛtumi ayɛ kakra a ɛbɛma ɔmanfoɔ ɛkɔm ahare ɔmo. Nti on behalf of NDC communicators nyinaa, on behalf of Ghanafoɔ nyinaa, yɛda yɛ papa John Dramani Mahama ɔno ne di NDC amanyɔkuo n'anim sesei no ase sɛ ntɔkwa ne baayɛ no a aha yɛ sikasɛm ama yɛnneɛma bebree a nka yɛbɛtumi anya sika firi mu na akɔ fam. Edi agye no nka yɛfiri sɛ toɔ koraa na ɔde ba na wanyɛ ne saa ɔse sɛ tie biara no sɛdeɛ so sɛdeɛ nya ado ɔmma ma ne nyakyerɛ ɛne sɛdeɛ wɔwɔ na ɔde nhyehyɛeɛ bɛgu akwan mu na yɛnya ahotɔ na ɛnyɛ wei nkoa ne berɛ adi kan a ɔmampanyini ahyɛ sɛ yɛnte petrol boɔ so sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a Ghanafoɔ ho bɛtɔ ɔmo. Nansɛn a I think sɛ bɛyɛ 2 weeks ago yɛwura Mahama sa hyɛ ECG ɛne PURC foɔ sɛ nkanea boɔ ne nsuo boɔ ɛnsa akɔsoro dodo to ɔmo hwɛ biribi a ɔmo bɛtumi ayɛ afa ho. Ɛno nso ɔmo bɛte nkanea boɔ so 5%, almost 5%, ɛna ɔmo tie nsuo boɔ so 3%. It is all the no ɛbɛka ɛyɛ ɛto a yɛwura Mahama sɛ wɔbɛyi afiri fuel so no a na kyerɛ sɛ wɔama Ghanafoɔ yɛkɔm ahare yɛ ankasa na wɔfa Kwame mɛmɛ deɛ yɛ me dɛ ɛwɔ asɛm nyinaa ho ne sɛ ɛnɛ yɛ a under MPP ntɔkwa baako pɛ ɛyɛ Russia-Ukraine war no ɛma November 2022 na yɛtɔ diesel 1 gallon 100 Ghana cedis ntɔkwa baako pɛ o. Ɛnɛ Russia-Ukraine war no da so wɔ hɔ ɛna Iran Israel war nso asaye de abanti ntokwana ye mienu enti se ye kasa nke ye ratio and proportion. The Russia-Ukraine war equals to 100 cedis per gallon of diesel. Russia-Ukraine war plus Israel Iran war no. And can no at the diesel war be 200 Ghana cedis. But it's an sheshayaka. Sikasamun sheshaya you mahama ye ni no. And then to come you know cause we are say Russia-Ukraine war Iran Israel war. And the time you see 100 Ghana no. And then these are the number 70 75 Ghana cedis. As I say, I buy not on the home of the it's the idea Ghana for the say. Omona reshimu and this year, I buy a Mahama, a dano, and royal, I buy a Maya tossing the media. Why am I going to say? All you in Ghana and Cassandra Ghana for no me yard ya. A better Ghana for so a diao, no man who so much out in the bed you. Na bread diano, a dia obey ya, a bema Ghana for Kuma Harromono. And no, obey. I said, you must say, Sebi MPP for the no more there. For example, they say, a can for phone, Kwananka, a jinanchi, would be a common point. And by any new baby, I can almost say a binding here. And now, petrol war postra, while my cafe, Iran need Iraq war, Iran need Iraq war. No, it's been fast about a year in a day. And man, you know what I say near my best say, and I did some Nagana for where they actually because some your mom sooner or more buying is rank. I make say, I call yes, Sebi, Lucifer and Uncle can want some more Bible mono. Say Ghana for much or more, Ghana for see a penny, Ghana for dear ya, and no million media, because the money said, Naya pa, you won't with there. Ghana need the end or far or move him or chimney more. And ne, Najme, that's our MPP was so, but say, or Yaoba, I been the dear ba, Yaudia Badia, or move it in the Ghana quadrant. And then ne, Nankoponia, or D. Yoga Mahama and him Southern the Bay, you know, or church and the choir. And next, the basically they said, yeah, you can't manager form. Many of the Americans say, yeah, die papa don't draw money, Mahama, saying, and this is communicated to American one day. I am ready at the American. Now, the ma and a more you Mahama to young one crown say. Economic situation a wo se see you know, and yet, and I say, economy and NDC veggie free na na do ne Dr. Baumian Semuno. Economy na process cry. For the first time, the dia ni Mexico kase e de bomb mine ho bra. Euro bond. Ani kope sika. E de yem funtu nyuma no nya de no. It's answer Dr. Baumian led the economic management team. Omo ko bo bosi o man tuanti no ye pamo ye free ho. Ebio domestic bond market ananka ye clinical resist sika de yem funtu nyuma no. So IMF can say about INTNT Mupamo Yefri under Dr. Baumia led economic management team. And yeah, no Dr. Baumia led economic management team on the Kenufuriata and net or yet this year when my Munan so no accordane on my friend in here to continent yeah and then see what done air condition the car or that we're getting now and they work with the Fiafe war.
Matis yes you know ye na fiefie na sia wa kan abusuan wo.
I know there a bill near the amount of menam abonten samanya de emfa na ho. And then omoko bosia $12 billion on Eurobond market. E do so omo betua omo tutu kanu e 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028. E di 4 years in kwa e car na wo say Dr. Baumia led the economic management team, no, Mutia, Mutusha, and more than 20 billion a year US dollars. But in spite of here winning, yeah, Papa John Mahama Ba, you know, we levy a free hall, where you COVID levy a free hall, where you betting tax a day a free hall, VAT. And they 21.9%, you know, and they were at the about 20% and then or say in Suboso or say kanea ɛboɔ so ɛnɛ nso ɛto a ɛda fango so no ɔsɛ yɛntwe nsensɛn ne nyinaa yɛ sɛ Ghanafoɔ no anya ahotɔ adeɛ yɛsrɛ Ghanafoɔ nso sɛ ɔmampanyin to anamo bi sei sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔde boa ma Ghana ni sɛ bi yɛn timamuhunufoɔ no yɛhotɔ yɛ a yɛbɛsrɛ wɔn yɛdi dwa sɛ ɛma ɔmo mfa kokuroko ndi anim ɛma ɔmo kɔhu nta politics akyi ɛnɛ yɛate nneɛma so woba nkan ha first ana aburo bag ɛyɛ ɛkɔ ɔbɛyɛ 2,000 Ghana cedis no ne yɛbɔ dɔkono 7 cedis ɛnɛ aburo ɛyɛ 500 Ghana still yɛbɔ dɔkono 7 baabi wɔ hɔ a yɛbɔ dɔkono 7 cedis ɛdeɛ nti na ɛwɔ sɛ ɛba saa ɛnɛ baabi bebree first dollar na ɛwɔ 17 cedis ɛnna aba bɛyɛ 12 cedis sɛdeɛ nkɔfoɔ bi tɔn ɔmo spare parts saa na ɔmo da so tɔn no sɛdeɛ nkɔfoɔ bi tɔn ɔmo mo saa na ɔmo da so ɛyɛ no na kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo asiri kete sɛ aban hyehyɛ ka ɔmo yɛ no ɔmo mma timamufoɔ no nyɛ dɛ yi ɛnni ho mfasoɔ ɛba saa ɛbɛyɛ sɛ yɛn ni ankasa yɛ de amanyɔsɛm ɛyɛ dɛ ɛsɛ ɔman sɛ ka ɛde aba ɛyɛ a driverfoɔ because nnura no a yɛ ma mpanyin ko hyia ayɛ no ɛnyɛ fango boɔ ho nko asɛm na ɔmo kaayɛ ɛsɛ nansɛn yɛhu sɛ bogyabu bi abɔ wɔ kurom na bogyabu mu a na abɔ no ekosi sɛ adraivafoɔ a ɛwɔ kurom ha nyinaa yɛ nhyiamu sɛ ɛboa a lɔri hyɛntiade a ɔmo gye no ɔmo de bi bɛka ho wɔ abere a enyinasoɔ bi anyɛ dɛn ɛni so ɛna aban yɛ sɛ yɛatote petrol so deɛ a ɛboɔ no a wɔgye no wontumi nye mmoro sɛnea na wɔgye kane no nti ɔmo yɛ sɛ ɛneɛ saa deɛ a ɔmo te aban so atua nti ɔmo cars no kora ɔmo nam no free but ɔmo mfa nipa na sɛ ɔmo bɛfa nipa tatasoa anaasɛ opiase na wɔkɔ a ɔtɔ circle a obetumi adegya wasi St. John's Grammar ɔde wofi St. John's Grammar na ɔde waba Achimota mile 7 ansa na ɔno kyerɛ sɛ wayɛ ne nkakra na kyerɛ sɛ ebu Ghana ɔmanfoɔ no aban na ɔmo kan ya ɛn sɛ ntiaseɛ anyɛ adwuma ɛno nti aban so huru sɛ ewiase baabi a no ɛyɛ essential service nipa kwantuo ho nsɛm ɛyɛ national security issue nti aban yɛ sɛ ɔno na mmerɛ bi atwa mu no na ɔyɛ leader in the transport sector ɛna wabie mu ama afoforɔ ayɛ den aba na nnɛ yɛsɛ sɛ bi begya yɛ kwan na mo san yɛ ho mo mmara mɛboɔ ɔman no nam nnɛ mo pɛ sɛ mo yɛ ɔman no mu kakabea aban kasa ɛtra buses 300 ɛde aba a ɛnɛ mu 100 ɛde kan ɛde aba emu 100 na ɛde kan aba no de aban ɛbɛyɛ ne sɛ yɛbɛkyekyɛ ɛnɛ sɛ free circle kɔ kaaso a ne yɛde du akɔgu hɔ free circle kɔ pokuase a yɛde du free circle kɔ madina ne adenta a yɛde du free circle kɔ tema dɔme kɔ abenya ne yɛde du a yɛde abɛgu hɔ na ɛbrɛ a adwumayɛfoɔ bɛ adwuma na fa wɔn aba na boɔ no a ɛbɛgye no ɛbɛyɛ fo akyerɛ deɛ ɛyɛ private transport operators ɛyɛ dɛn ɛgye ɛba saa no a woyɛ private transport operator na wokɔto wo mu more than deɛ wɔsɛ wogye a timamu ni bi anyɛ dɛn so government is creating competition in the transport sector to ensure bu ɔmanfo kata sɛ ɛnɛ wokɔ kaaso anaasɛ wokɔ La Paz anaasɛ Dansoman a wobɛfa cars bɛyɛ mmiɛnsa ansa na waduro because of sika obi pɛ ɛgu ne bɔtɔm wei nyinaa yɛ adeɛ a yɛ a ɔma ɔmanfoɔ mu ahare ɔmo in spite of difficulties in spite of challenges a yɛkɔ mu nti meme sɛ ɛbɔ aban no aba so na aban no ate yɛnim wahyɛ yɛ animonyam nti no ɛsrɛ yɛ ahoɔden nyansa ɛde ma yɛwura hama ne mpanyimfoɔ sene Erikopoku nom ne John Jenapɔ ne transport minister education minister wo nyinaa sɛ adwempo a ɛwɔ ɔmo tiri mu no ma nyankopɔn ma biribi ankɔsen ɛsanka mu because nipa wodwene na nyame nso adwene but nyame deɛ no na ɛbɛyɛ dɛn ɛbɛwie ɛyɛ ebi a na wɔ tiri mu adwene na biribi abɛbom na wɔ tiri mu adwene na ɛyɛ adeɛ ɛbɛyɛ musua san ɛbɛba abɛbɔ mu a ɛbɛma yɛ anoma ka sɛ yɛanka no nyankopɔn fa nkɔ akyirikyirikyirikyiri sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a yɛwura mahama ɛbɛtumi hyehyɛ wɔ man mu a dɔkta bawunya ne nana adodɔnkɔ akufo ado sɛ no na ɔde agyina fapem papa so na emu nkwadaa emu mpanyin eyi ba eba no yɛ nyinaa yɛbɛdi yie.
ɛne amame na wɔse no adwuma deɛ sɛ wahyɛ aseɛ no national communication officer yi wobɔ ne yie paa woyɛ incoming deɛ boys sɛ menka nkyɛ sɛ wopɔ wo mpo woa na ɔm de wo ba nti woboaboa ho aboaboa ho paa Council boys ne se menka nkyerɛ wo sɛ wo na woyɛ incoming national communication officer of the party NDC eti so wo po sɛ wo mpo wo ti ho wo gina ho wado wasɔre o watu kwan o wontu kwan wa na ɔmo de wo ba
wɔfa kwame wo sira wɔfa ase wo ne wapamfo masira ma wɔfa ase deɛ minim sɛ yɛ dani a ɛbɛ na adwuma no yɛsɛ baabi a ɛkyekyere aboa no hɔ a ne ɛsan no sɛbi nnipa ate yɛnka ɛne yɛtumi kyerɛ yɛ ano nyina yɛ akwanya a mode ma yɛn nti no sɛnea meka no yɛne mmoa na ɛbɛyɛ adwuma no yɛwura mfiri mu da yɛdam ase berɛ bi akwanya a mode ma yɛn ma yɛn nso kyerɛ yɛ adwene ɛfa sɛneɛ nneɛma ɛkɔ no na menhyira mo paa
ɔnhyira wo nso owura Abbas Nuruddin wɔyɛ pani a wɔda social investment fund ano na wɔno ankasa no wɔyɛ mmeranimu ni wɔyɛ Ashanti regional communication officer of the NDC na ɔsan ɛyɛ incoming communications officer of the national communication officer of the NDC yɛn na atwe nkɔmɔ no ɔkiwa 1.7 so nipa atwa ɛkɔ bank sɛ menka nkyerɛ sɛ usika control wa ɛbra so sɛ wankasa control usika na yɛ simple what the EcoBank mobile app aba ɛno bɛboa wa motimi a control usika aye transactions West Africa and African countries mako 33 and I bet me a transact EcoBank mobile app no so na pacho tie ni bio anywhere in the world a person transact we transaction bia no EcoBank mobile app no beboa wo betimi de atua water bill, electricity bill, school payment, mobile and then money transfers ahodo nyina wo dia obeye nie download EcoBank mobile app no App Store and as a Play Store ne command you sika ankasa command ni mean say wankasa wo pay attention to details wo ho bibia wana wo ye wade EcoBank mobile app no so EcoBank mfrɛ wo nka nkyɛw sɛ yama SMS fa opin mayen ana one time premium fa mayen na bank card ana sɛ Ghana card details fa mayen bibi ne wo ntia se afrɛ EcoBank number me boy 0800 003225 0800 003225 EcoBank the Pan-African Bank yene no emfa de no asi na yenkwa na afa yensan kodi enkomo ene enkomo no doso de bebo modern se yen ebema mu nyina manyemu echefa mako owura Onassis Kobi CEO Emma Petroleum Hub na yene no entwetwe deputy CEO Emma Petroleum Hub yene no entwetwe enkomo Onassis Kobi mi moache
eyo so ofa boko de
boko na also
ejana de adomi eyo so
we deputy CEO Emma Petroleum Hub enra mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama we putuprinshia mu cabinet meeting enkoma epie free mu ba ya wonua Felix Kwachi Fosu Minister of State in charge of government communications de ba ye ene se abai ama directive ni say 1 taxes ni margins bi adeda fuel no so no yenti so say the be ya be ma fan wo no bo aba from in the interim. Secondly, metro mass for o makraka ni bibere aba and the be 100 abeka the pool no the no so o mo hwe say ebu a wo mo gye no ebe ebu a ewo from sin the amount for private for no agye no eno so da wo wasama directive say on fuel allowances no so no now yetwam it's been put on hold and the cake ho bebre na my first question me busa say we be can say sa allowances no any margins no emra and the buy na we na fe ne yes akọ parliament akọji to me and answer we a suspension wonti asiemu no as deputy CEO of Petroleum Hub eto saying
ofa
ma menkyia watiefo nyinaa na menka sɛ sɛdeɛ wobisaeɛ no ɛyɛ mmara ɛna ɛde baeɛ ɛna mmara korɔ no nso no ɛma ho akwanya sɛ mampanyini anaa ne sector minister ɛdu baabi na sɛ ɔwɔ sɛ some of the margins no ɛne taxes no kwan yɛ mmara fa so de baeɛ no so hwɛ no sɛ wɔtwɛn sensɛn kakra a mmara nso ma ho kwan sɛdeɛ yɛ mampanyin director no sɛ Minister of Finance and Energy and Green Transition and Quatrase. Now, one shame running, no sign share a year petroleum price build up on. Now, said you also, you to me a change kakra and say, Minister Mecha is supposed to be a period of 4 weeks. That's a bosomino. The also to me a change kakra na ebema man for no and one high on yanshe, omunshe na omuni hutuma. President and Fisu Bianca so ye road levy if you so and our energy fund and our primary distribution margin and our boss margin and our fuel market margin and our UPPF. President and Kabisa, the and say what the 2 million a share a year and trusted ministers and non say Omunkoshe na the also Omuyifimuno, Omunifimeno Casino. Say Oshe a Patreon product now. Taxes ne margins also no kabuma yahodo watch at the moment osha ubu konkan petrol ankasa no taxes margins so per liter bia no 4 cedi 27 pesos osha diesel so margins ne taxes also no 4 cedis 25 pesos. 25 pesos. And I was so. And you know, President, I shall not say, Bemusana, Emma say, President, why yes, I do because I me say, Nanka, you do hosa. If you say, Mekasa, if you say, maybe it came in check 2022. We share a mirror a year Russia and Ukraine a shame to kind of so much as here somewhere in February. They do bear July now to a price at a conform at the world market, Brent price of crude. As at October year 2022, now the average price of Brent crude was $93 per barrel. Now, so Osha now fuel the 1st of November 2022, a year the price of fuel as was announced, was that petrol is 17 cedis 99 pesos and a diesel 23 cedis 49 pesos. Can you come for the can be a one 13 any 13 cedis for petrol and 17 cedis for diesel. It's I'm fulfill say well, we don't know how the next pricing we do will turn out. But I don't anticipate to say they go beyond a year 17 any 23 now 2022 year 5 But President has been so proactive. So on kwado mani no okra and many we are no share the minister say say some of these margins and taxes being suspended. Me too say President is so compassionate. Or get them out for
Obi baby some margins no me ade afei minister no ni OMC no ebehia adwenwe ho ana se pe no dictation of the act na wo ho no e no omo abetumi agina waka say okay these are the reviewed ones ebetumi ama so issue about even availability. Ankobi. Maybe say OMCC no. One ni da dom kofa fan no ba one margins that so we no they will be called into a meeting and some one decide say okay this time no ye to say the nyina ye ho be hare yen ana say na be ye
And also mono ebeye a MP better say the for price, ama a year ONCs, So at this price, which being go below it. And ONCs and also the pricing. Omode to 2 taxes any omonso omo pango no de buy no nebo any charges and almost margin to 2 na obama ben mu say omo take an you see any no ebia ekebeko 15 aban so feel say 15 no was too much a money man for no so onu feel so betumi akushi baby say taxes that nke can boom any margins nke can boom it could do maybe a 27 on the petrol no I might feel okay but me one city me absorb it I maybe I mean so spending tax bit say road fund levy and now say primary distribution which other of them will feel say also spending na ebia amount to 1 city no na I might feel also spending na ebeboa nanka a year later no 15 about 14 that will be the government intervention in it. OMC for the day, especially with the other side of it, taking into account the ex refinery price, taking into account the freight charges, the insurance, any small facility, so a bason, but I buying the woman and I buying so the person obey the official. Those are the things that we are looking at.
I feel back to US and Israel. One way, you see, now there is some ceasefire of a sort. Now, yeah, me will be so one more can say the Strait of Hormuz now. The fan will follow. Without prior permission by the Iranian authorities, won't mean fanfa. So say and that's so. Safan won no 95 no e betimi kura ba bedru bia be 70 and now say it's too close to call e ba sa de
yeah Kwame yeah too close to call because we get the sense of distraction akoso e wo Middle East na ano de pai in fact in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, other areas, the projections say in order to get back all these installations into a more previous state, some of them will take no less than 5 years. It is if an installation is producing maybe 2 million barrels, that's where we do 500,000 to get those installations and then back to the previous stage to produce that 2 million a betcha. That means in the long run but the market is funny. But American 2 days ago the Pakistani Prime Minister Bekasai said and for the next 2 weeks, you realize Donald Trump on Subi and so on. So I get to meet in a matter of just some few hours, now the prices that were moving around $114 per barrel, about they do $90 per barrel. And it's happened in the space of some few hours, less than 24 hours. Unfortunately, I started move you after the last time I'm sharing, and an hour ago, it was around $96 per barrel, and that is the funny aspect of it. And I think that in the end, they will average it and know the price. So we're still looking around the 90s. The prayer and saying, within the 2 weeks, the ceasefire would strictly be adhered to. Unfortunately, it doesn't look it because the time ceasefire directives nearby, and Israel is now called bombs called Lebanon. And Iran reacted with another bombing, and then even now putting some mines with the Strait of Hormuz, which has been confirmed by UK, British. Their mines, and they also need to send in some vessels to go and dismantle them. And we see the Iranians now.
they are not entirely going to open up the state of it. They want to control it. Previously, yes, it used to be more or less like not well policed, but this time around, they even say, in order for you to even sail through the choke point, the also cheer in Iranian Chinese currency. So then they were moving from the petrodollar to yuan petrol, more or less like changing the power of America, which is not something America wants to know. And now what they are also saying, you can say, no more than $1 on every barrel of crude transport. So previously it wasn't there. So they are seeking to raise billions of dollars from or more using the Strait of Hormuz. So a lot of things are happening here. At the moment, there are few vessels getting through, friendly vessels, and it's a country who will books more. Then they can allow you, but you need clearance. You need them to give you that clearance and say, what to me, I go. So let's say about 5 vessels in a day is able to move. But this is a strait that previously was seen to about 130 vessels in a day. So if 130 vessels is reduced to 5 vessels, it tells us that there's so much to be done.
Mami na wase no pay.
And that's a comment.
Me so me da say. Onassis Kobe, deputy CEO, Emma Petroleum Hub. Yene no atwetwe enkomo K101.7 so any na enkomo no from one conversation to the other. Na yemfa enkomo yi ento aso e. Na afia de enkomo no to aso a. Na yehunu ba bia yenso ye de ebefa na aka yenkomo no makomako be nsia. Yenwie na abo 1 o'clock wa na yeko. Can you we? You can we? Okay, 101.7 so any enra brenti yentimi enemu ani nkomo amfa apomuden ho na eneyi minimu ba bedi nkomo hwe wo se da bi wo a wuti betimi aye wo ya chese obakasa wuti ni etu hey boa utiri trillion ya wani aye ko hwinim na wudi nsuo agu obi so ho a ne de no efa obi timtim ye ne ya na moja kura efri ni hwinim ti yade ye politics ne kakra mum yensu yensa anye we ni su kakra na ye ni enkomo ye hwese de enema sitie yensa ka Dr. Edubuatin endpoint homeopathy clinic ye ni doc eni nkomo doc me ma wakwa ba
Kwame Nkrumah Tikese me jo so akia watie fo so
doc na unpom boko de
Kwame nyankopon da roma ode yen kwa achen ahoden wo kese pa na Kwame before kura ne
nchen a mami musa endpoint homeopathy clinic adwumafo mo te sen adwuma ekoso
Kwame obi ahụ ye pa yeguso ye arrangement for your Father's Day festival no a bekoso no your friend Father's Day Akye festival na say Kwame the endpoint ya ginu mu po nyina ne say over 18 solid years in ye na Ghana for eni edi ni ye Kwame edi homeopathy ba Ghana na ebi ni ha and into the first homeopathic clinic, and I say, so be a funny phone crown or bo, the father of homeopathy in Ghana, Medin, Dr. Dubuatin Dean, and a Kwame Beba. So, Budin to see, I say, who is the father of homeopathy in Ghana? We say, endpoint, Dr. Buatin, Medin, BP. The Kwame said, the city in Anna say, you do homeopathy by no, then Ghana for baby grand Tiasia. But Kwame, in Sri Lanka, Yankopon say, bebre no anya gidie ade no wonte ase bebre no anya gidie etimi ba clinic ho etimi do mo body eni omo bibia be hye nsa se eni omo yade be hye nsa se yɛmmoa wɔ mo even though sɛ ɔmo nte aseɛ no ɔmo gye tum sɛ yɛn yɛbɛtumi aboa ama mpɛn bebree no ano Kwame bebree no na yɛasa ɔmo yadeɛ ɔmo de stroke baayɛ ɔmo de rheumatism arthritis ɔmo de stomach ulcer pressure diabetes sexual weakness enyinaa baayɛ no obi ɔkora na ne ho nsɔre obi ha wɔne ne yiri hyia wɔde bɔɔso ara ne ho asane ne nyinaa Kwame ɔmo de baayɛ no Nyankopɔn adawroma no yɛtumi aboa ama ɔmo ho atɔ wɔn na Kwame yɛ wɔn kɛse ne sɛ ɛno nti yɛhyɛ aseɛ sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛboa Ghanafoɔ as part of yɛ social corporate responsibility no yɛhyɛ aseɛ sɛ bɛyɛ 4-5 years ago ne yɛ free screening Father's Day biara yɛsu 2 days ne yɛ free screening yadeɛ na Kwame yɛyɛ saa adeɛ no deɛ ɛhunu kɛseɛ ne sɛ obi wɔ hɔ a wobɛhu sɛ yadeɛ bi wɔ no ho na yadeɛ no afei na ɛyi ne tie na wakyɛ nipa no sɛ bi a ɔsɛ wɔgye aduro de tu saa yadeɛ no ase nipa no bɛtumi akɔ ɔnte ne nka biem ɔbɛba biem no na yadeɛ no a na ɛnyi ne ti no na afei yadeɛ no ayi ne ti ɛno nti obi wɔ ɔbɛba no na sign bi akyerɛ sɛ wanhwɛ yi a ɛbi a ne prostate no sɛdeɛ ɛsi kɔ no ɛbɛtumi ablɔke koraa ma Johnson na mma biem obi wɔ hɔ a ɔbɛba no wotumi hunu sɛ wei wanhwɛ ne yi a stroke sɛdeɛ ne ho hyehye no na koma bɔ ne pɛripɛri wɔntumi nna ne ho biribi ne na ne ho nam dua no mu no wotumi sɛ ɛnkyɛ nipa bɛtumi anya stroke Kwame nipa no ɛbɛkɔ no dodoɔ no ara no ɛmma yadeɛ fɛ ne sɛ hepatitis Kwame obi tumi bɛyɛ free obi tumi bɛyɛ screening ni bi na yadeɛ no bi ni hɔ na yadeɛ no bi ni hɔ a deɛ ɔsɛ yɛ ne sɛ ɔsɛ yɛ ma na duro a bɛbɔ ne ho ban against hepatitis no nipa no bɛka kyerɛ sɛ meekɔ aba no saa paneɛ no yɛbɛwɔ no against hepatitis no Kwame yɛ 100 Ghana cedis meekɔ aba menni sika sɛ meekɔ no maba nipa no bɛba bie mu no after a year or 2 no bɛba no na hepatitis na wɔnni bie no afei deɛ nipa no wobɛtest no na afei deɛ wɔnya bi ɛno nti deɛ ehunu ne sɛ free ɛyi no ɔmo a ɛboa ɔmo a mo take advantage ne deɛ aboa ɔmo na yɛsɛ Kwame sɛ deɛ yɛahyia yɛ no yɛayɛ no biribi foforɔ koraa this Father's Day no 2 days no Kwame yɛde ɛnɔma kyɛ nko ara na yɛde ba bɛkyɛ na ɛnɔma no kwan yɛfa so yɛde bɛkyɛ ne sɛ ɔmo a ɔmo waba clinic hɔ yadeɛ bi a wɔde ba yɛ biara wo go through treatment ama ho atɔ ɛno ara ne sɛ woba wode wo card wadi a waba koraa 5 years 10 years ago 7 years ago a wobɛyɛ treatment woyɛ treatment woba ɛno ara sɛ wo card no na wode wo card no on that day na wode wo card no aba sɛ ha na meba kan ha na mede yadeɛ wei baa yɛ a me ho tɔɔ me ɛno ara no na sɛ microwave a ne yɛyi de ama wo sɛ rice cooker ne yɛyi de ama wo sɛ ɛyɛ blender sɛ ɛyɛ iron ɛno nti Kwame on this Father's Day a ɛyɛba no deɛ ɛyɛ ade kyɛ nko a Kwame no so ɛne ɛgu so a yɛfɛfa ho plan sɛ yɛ a ɛbɛyɛ so smooth ɛfi sɛ nipa aba imprint no yɛhwɛ nipa no dodoɔ no a Kwame it's almost 1 million ɛno nti no yɛgu so ɛhwɛ sɛ ɛno no yɛgu so a woba clinic hɔ a yɛpɔn biara ne yɛyɛ arrangement as to how a yɛbɛtumi ayɛ saa program no because yɛnim sɛ yɛyɛ program biara ɛhɔ bɔ ma last year first day of free screening nipa over 750 and the next day over bɛyɛ 480 ɛno no deɛ na nyɛ adekyɛw na nti wei a wohu sɛ adekyɛ no deɛ na kyɛ sɛ Kwame yɛwɔ asɛm bɛbɔ ne pɔ paa ɛno nti no wobisaa me a na end point to be part clinic biribi a ɛkɔ so yie yɛgu yaresa egu so ɛna sɛ wo a woba no so no wo a wogu so even wogu so koraa ɛba clinic ɔnyɛ ɔmo aba mo ho atɔ mo nko a ɛne benya ɔmo so ɔmo gu so ɔmo gi treatment wogu so ebi a last month aba ya na this month ana afei kɔ na wobɛba a wogu so a woyɛ treatment no koraa so no wo so no saa de kyɛ no so no wo so woka ho bi edi Kwame wobusaa me a na deɛ ɛkɔ so wɔ end point to me part clinic no
dɔkɔ yi ɛnɛ mepɛ sɛ yɛbɛti yadeɛ
yeah
wobi tiri dwane gagagaga asobene wobi deɛ tibo sintras kwa na hwini mu firi mogya wobi deɛ ɛba abɔso na ni wusu tra ka so ani tutu woka a obso ti yadeɛ deɛ nyɛ yadeɛ bibi na ablɔko no ti yare ankasa no deɛ ba adeɛ na effect on the body no any saying
Kwame meda se ya ka se ti ade a Kwame ade ba ko a enne wo betie yeso obi ahwere ne nkwa na wahwere ne nkwa ndie de ma na hwere ne nkwa oh no oso onyare o ne nipa na onyare hwinya no ondi oso ne ya ne ya de ya ne se ne ti oya na wo se ne ti ne ne ya na wo se ne ti ne ne ya ne ya ma na duro ya ma ne penkele bi num ye nti no anti ade pa de ye ka tro se Mr. Manu ana Ade Nkrumah ana se maame sewa na oyale pa de a dabi na wonyale ne mu no si oya na de on de ade e wono so a ade bi o ta complain an se ni ti ene ya no ta complain ti ade pa de Ade Nkrumah na wonyale kwame eno de edi nya kese ese efise empen bebre no an de o se ati ase ne se etiade se obi uti ye wo ahudu bebre ya wo bibia nso yade bia nso beba no kwame yade bia beba bia nso no etimi di ti yade ba wo se eye wo ya wonya kaka uti betima ye wo ya obi nya cold ni ti betima ne ya obi ani ewo problem glaucoma myopia hypermetropia uti betimi aye wo ya obi aso ewo problem waso se bia obi aso mukura no na problem bam ana infection ya ba aso nim obi sa uti betimi ayawe obi wo nerve problem uti betimi ya o spinal cord enya problem a uti be ya wo ya unya malaria typhoid when nyina timi di ti ade ba na kwame ye ka ti ade no a ya na ya fa na tra na kwame na wo hwe obi cancer obi beba hospital yes oh wanya cancer na kwa mo buza oh me de cancer no kwa no me hunu me eba no kwa me nya ho popuye bia me de man tehwe se cancer bi e wo ho because me hunu ni bia e bia na ni ti e sha se pae no no eti pae no ofa ne tra enti na bia wonipa na hunu se sa yade ni bi yi no ho adi edu kwa me se ye ka ti yade a de na mpese me kire Ghana fo nyina na se there were various type of etiyade and na obi ya yade bi e ba betena wo mu bia so no e wo se de e be ma wo ti no ne yawo no se de e be si aye wafa na nam se ye medically inclined ye nya a doctor fo ye nya adwuma o hospital na ye nim se de body ni si weke ene ho kon bani nti kwame ye nya sa yade kura no a ye hunu se ye nya sa ade ni bi first of all no there were over 150 types of headaches. Will be 150.
Hey, doc. See, you are going to would do baby 150.
We were 150. It's Yabian Kuano. Yawa Marco, Waha. And there, Kwame Nikino.
150.
Yes, 150. Now, come and make price me bidding. You want tension headaches. You want cluster headaches. You want medication abuse headaches. You want hypertension headaches. You want hormone headaches. You want migraine. You want cluster headaches. Come on, you want hemicrania continual headaches. You want ice pick headaches. You want allergy headaches. You want thunder clap headache. Come you were headaches now who do be. Now my mentor try say may explain some of them. Come you can't be any offense tender clap headache here. Come see you said the agrada. Said the inso to na agrada eba on see a strike. Now both a lighting it to 3 or 4. That type of headache no. You need for the meet me maybe. Obi take me down to say a bona France. Now the tino after light. The tinum as a light to be a job with the tinum. Intense headache within 5 minutes. Now, I mean, that headache, that type of headache, your friend, tender clap headache. You know what the type of headache be a can say? Cluster headache, cluster. Then no come a tab back your Nico Suyana side. Ubon say when Nibon Kumuno and any fano. Now, come Ubon say, a yawi, That is where the headache, and I say tipayeno, that is where it is concentrated. Na basa no a boss obi okwana na nani no a prusuo sa. A prusuo na ni timi dano. Ho, eno na yebeka na se when ya bibi a yebeka na se cluster headaches. And you what the type of headache yebeka na se migraine. Migraine. Eno de utini gaw den. Na no migraine no. Ne dia na se enya dia enya type of headache ya e ban be 1 hour bi ana se 30 minutes na cool. Debi etimi di be 3 days and over. Utini gaw continuously. The whole day na the be mo say migraine say wo dem kwa na wo so kanea. Na Kwame. Ne yaw no etimi yaw no kosoro. Wo te so obi di agro nkra wo fie. Na o mo tietia mu a. Na headache no. The kosoro. The sound the krano we are sensitive to sound. Obi no kasa krano Kwame. Na ase nipa no what it feel. I didn't ever kind of say when you medical condition be a say migraine. Kwame you be so kind of say hemicrania continual headaches. Hemi na just utifa. Headache ni jina utifa. It's kawo eti bonkunwa enkoni fano. Sebe jina ni fano so a eti yade no utine gawo ni fano. Kwame eno so encross line no emma the other side of the headache no. Na no boss when you know when you pursue no when you call. Na boss say omoma so asa asese mfifiri. Mfifiri so kwame boss jina omoma so sa omoma so nko a. Ene ne be kan say when you be a fan say hemicrania continual headaches. Kwame you the type of headache be kan say ice pick headaches. Ice pick headache. Kwame ene no so e dangerous. You can ice pick headache no a. Ene no uti diani nyina no. Utino, the back of your head. Yes. It's called a kakra. Na babu masukakra. Na bu apam kakra. Na ba enti eno no. And concentrate on one area. And you can say when you be a become say ice pick headache. Come here, what a type of headache you can say allergic or sinus headache. Allergic. And no, that just a we just a idea to our one Diana MP. It is idea no bua, the garlic, a cra, a fan of swa. Now come in. Wincy. Not the tea, I shall say a yenia. Obi allergic to seafood. Obi dear, eti eno ne beka na say bibi ahonem dua ne empe e kohunem dua ni mu a eno no ene beka na say eno etimi the type of headache ba ye beka na say allergic headache ene obi beka na say sinus headache obi a sinus problem obi a de bia na nsuo fi ni hwenem eba de bia na ni hwenem asisi omo na de bia wo wensi de bia wo na makwa tissue wonam de bia wonam bia wo kwa tissue no de pa na hwena no ene ye beka na say sa headache omunya no ye beka na say sinus headache ye obi bia beka na say hormone headaches eno no e ma na tanya oba bi obinya na menses ya na ni ti e dwan den ene ye oba akọ ye beka na say hypertension headache kwame eno so no say de bi ni siko no just obi a wanya hypertension high blood pressure obo say ni ti ni ga half-sided headache and ni ti duani nyina na koma bone pedi na ne yemu hye no wo yemi bika ka no wabre wo mu nyina no eye the type of headache wo kwame yo bebre ya wo sinus headache ya wo post traumatic headache obi wo na bibia firi soro abe bona pampam e bona pampam sa no kwame na ne theater ti edwa no after 6 months 3 months na fa den na ke say ne oba hospital a ye hu say ade na be firi so be bo pampam no etini kan say post traumatic. The trauma you went after the trauma, and you can't do when you be a fan say, you can't post traumatic headache. Your caffeine headaches. Come here, in short, no, the better killing now, and say, you were over 150 types of headaches. And into Tina and a Jawan, Obeshemuno, now you have been a tertiary. Now you have been a tertiary, no, wo de odum se utiga wo de obeka se meti pai me na utina pai wo no it belongs to any of this type of headache. Now the type of headache bia no a beba wo so no e wo de kire headache bia beba wo so bia no e wo ade a ekire yade ekire a nti eba uti edwaw eduka me busa ne a na ma se kire e na me de ama etiefo no
obi be busa se de wambo so nyina no ade ne kofa ba na kese ti yade bia ni wa eba kwa wo mu ahodo ne de ne ya ne kofa ba
Kwame meda se pa ya wo headache ni bi wo a obi ti betima pae no na nso so ndie da nya yade ye Kwame eye nkola o mu ofie me baba akuse wo no kom de no a ta mo so na se odi bi ya o de mitia me ya o ma na jani bi ya no a ubusa no a you na utinti se wo se wo eko e je se wo no on de kom de na nti pae no nti eno no nya yade ye Kwame obi wo so okono nsa wazisu a bizu nsa no a ade ebeche dan ti eja no obi wa ne taamo so na awso woda wa na ana wantima anya enough sleep wa that day no ade ebeche no ani ti eja no ama eno no sa no ene be kan say primary type of headaches eno no enye yade bi ena de sa headache no eba na mpemebiri no ande yade de headache eba no difference wo mu ne say yade de headache eba no eno no yade na sa headache na ekwa na aba nti be kan say episode type of headache na je say one de no yade no and je say de bia nitini pan no ne ko na aba ekọ na aba eno nti eno sa na se bo se yade bi na tertiary it is the difference between primary headache and secondary headache and say secondary headache no eba ekwa esa aba Inti no sa bo se yade bi na tertiary inti secondary headache no kwa bo yo bu ana infections na this ade na ba it you hear yade bi to say flu cold yeso be nya cold ni nyina infections e yamwa virus na this ade na ba ana so obi anya year infection na obi asum keka no obi hwini mu finisuo obi hwini mu nyina asisi iti pae no eno no e yade ba ko kwa obi so wana headache no de ba e say wanya be a parasite be a malaria parasite ana say wanya any of the fevers typhoid wanya hepatitis wanya worms ni nyina no apart from say nipa na numu ye ne nwono what it is su ofefe no ene onko ne ba no e become nipa ne ti aye ne ya Kwame hypertension so be pressure kwasoro bebri e betimi di tipa ya ba itobu aboza na kuma bone peri na ne yam hye no oye bi kakra na wabre woda wona na ni tia se na ni gusu a ade ba chena nti gwa no ga le sa headache no wo hu se nipa ne ti na ya no eye ebia hypertension obi kura mu ja so te ana obi pressure wo form a eno so to me the headache ba obi so ha na finani ni ti na ya na finani eti o yade bi etade tipa ye ba pa ye fe ni glaucoma ye ka the glaucoma no a na kwa me tese the pressure eni so eni pa de seni eni no e wono ane pressure say the body no pressure no eni ni so wono so pressure eti the pressure of the eye no e kosoro than the normal reading no a ye so wonya bibi e fe ni say glaucoma no so no empem bebiri no ano eno so etimi de headache eba Kwame obi wo an de den headache eba eye se cancer bi a wanya ana se onya cancer bia cancer of the brain bia se bia brain tumor ana se bibi ena de eba ana obi wo kra no a kidney yade wo yanya bi to bo se de bia ne tigwa no na ne pressure ne kosoro eno so kra so timi ye dai etimi di ba obi de kra so no a na eye ne spine ena enya problem especially unya bibi e beka na say cervical spondylosis ya that's a kon part of the neck Kwame say emu bia de bia na uti eyo ya eni Kwame ye ka de ti yade a yade na in fact yade over 80 to 90% of yade e be yeso etimi di ti yade obi kwa nya kaka wo se ena ye wo ya wo se ene mo abon to kuru Kwame uti e be sofa enti ye kase tipa ya the causes no Kwame bibiri
na ne ayi no ma me ti area no every ban na eso dasani etimi report ma doctor and I call clinic and a hospital say e we dey mo hwe mame na aduru breben no
Kwame me da say time also dey call hospital say tipaye nti Kwame say wo hwe omo ton painkillers ya men pese me bobodin but advert omo ye no wo say wo tipaye no say wonum tipaye aduro na bro enam mienu achi a ana na miensa achi a ko hu doctor tina fama ta ye sa de ne pa edu papa do no wo se utipaye no eye painkiller keke enso ya de dia eye kili pains no edu wo se utipaye no se ekoburu enam miensa wonum painkiller no na ekoburu na miensa achi wonum paracetamol no na within a day or two that so persistia go and see your doctor. Enti se tipaye tam also ko doctor ne se enne uti ye wo ya na wo dia bia officer ye trackeke wanom painkiller ade be che let us ye wo ade che let us ye wo sa kwa me also go hospital eti se wo danya recurrent of headaches ekona ba wonom painkiller be ko na sa ba also ko doctor time we say hia ne se uti ye wo ya na wo fie also ko doctor no uti ye wo ya na wo fie uti ye wo ya na waposo nyina ye wo ya honam nyina ye wo ya uti ye wo ya na wo da wo ntimi nna also ko hospital ntem uti ye wo ya wanu ato ofefe wanu nya wo de go and see your doctor uti ye wo ya wani prusuo ohu ade a woni mienu you need to go and see your doctor uti ye wo ya wakoma bo peri wo yam hyew wo ntimi nna wo ye bibi kakra na wabre immediately you need to go to a hospital. Uti o ya hu se waposo o femfem o hyehyew bibi ne nam honam duanim waposo nyina no eye wo ya wo kon achi wachiri nkase wo sisi enyina ya wo ya immediately you need to go and see your doctor. It come headaches if you do that level now it's accompanied by other symptoms. Ana etiyade na eba ne kwa immediately also who say enye painkiller any bit masano. Now you need to find out at the property etiyade ne ba etiyade no is simply a symptom of a medical condition. That the thing etina ya wo ya no enye yade o said ye kan say etiyade no da bi enye yade medically no a symptom of a medical condition. And then utino ega. Nemono said the obemati yade you need to find out at the cra ema utini yawoya. Now utu sadia na siwie, the byproduct of headache no kwame is no more. Neno no firi so. The kwame bisa mi anana se kire no.
Ray. What kind say obi wo ha tie ne ya fe kira to painkiller brem to ayi brem na wanom ebi wo kora no ono no ensanom ti ne ma ne tie ne ya tie say wonim what the painkiller no mapetehi na effect of untreated a headache e de be na de ba na headache na nkasa nso no endpoint for so obi aba mo ho a kwa be na mo de nipa ko fa so
kwa me da se pa the effect of it no eyiwo se utini ya oya e bia o pressure no kwa na ekosoro e na ema uti ya oya wa hunu o no painkiller pressure no it doesn't stop the pressure from going up o pressure e na 180 over 100 e na wo no painkiller pressure no utina ne beba form no e ma pressure no e ma normal dabi ebekuna kosoro still eni ntubo hu an se nku a na ne aidai amonya bibia fense stroke utina ya wo ya no e bia wani glaucoma myopia hypermetropia and the pressure of the eye kosoro one hwe ntu ase akodum painkiller kwame de be ne se wani ni guso unhu ade e bia na cancer bi na eba wo so na ema utini dwawo wanya tumor cancer tese wadwene mu kura no sebi pompokra na aba utirim tumo bi na aba utirim cancer bi na aba utirim wode wud na aba utie o ya wafa na tra ebeku yebe tama yebehunu no na yede wakodu hospital yes do the final stage of the cancer nothing can be done about it then ipa no be nyamedia and into the effect of untreated headaches continuous headache Kwame eyewu na obetimewu eni udemu a na eba beku na Kwame kwanya endpoint faso a ye correct headache enye painkiller ya de no wutina ye wo ya no yan de oba machine de wo behye no de o se machine ni tire nyina se e de na ma wuti no eye wo ya. That is all we need to find out. Ye nim se tire ya de 150 type of headache ni nyina ya de bi na tachiri eti ye hunu ya de na tachiri ma wuti o ya no a I mean we just give you medication de ma wa duro keke na correct the cause of the headaches. A corrective we as any part any no it's yadian mbm and that is how endpoint treats and as a kiosk idea we can say it's yadie come me de mano be si na maka say endpoint homeopathic clinic e guso ye no ka say ya free prostate scanning free fertility scanning e ma awo ho challenges o mense ne ma mense sene baso so a emaye moja tu obehunu se bebe no ano obehunu se nyinsen oja na mense so nyinsen ntimi ma obi so nyemo a na asai oba endpoint ya scan no Kwame ye ni free of charge amount ya ni sika asani aye sa egina e di amount oba ye be ye sa scan no free of charge na lab no e 300 Ghana cedis lab no for that e 300 Ghana cedis Bema bisu wo ha odunso a obekhem odunso 10 odunso ani bia kam odunso jonso count in fact obi timi sole jonso more than 3 to be abese 10 times na ade achen odunso ana jonso ni mu apai mi no otim sana jonso na ba odunso a hunsem ensuo fita afi bema ni mu ba na wugya wonan a wohunu sa ade no ana moja afi bema ni mu ba yese bra be free scan ni do ba scan no e free lab no 300 Ghana cedis. Endpoint was Spintex Road, cell signboard. And can I any baby? I was Spintex Road, cell signboard. A one endpoint you will be so Kumasi Chronom Abwe here. Takrade another Queen of Peace. Tema Community 22. Tema Community 22 you'll be all. Frenambe na yeninko. Mode bia meka se me de me number to far. Na wafa edi ato na obi nim di ochena ebesie ebia na unia bi hia endpoint moa ana unia bi e wo question bi kura haya e ha no ana wa wo kata no kura no ebia le bi wo so a wo pese wo busa doctor bi na uni doctor bi a number nti untimi musa ade a na wato adi fa number no na bomoden question bi ha obi a na wo peke ne papa so a ebetimi atu yade ase ye do be hye machine mu na ebetimi ya machine betimi a kire yade no issue and then the buying natural the idea no the far by the cost of the idea no ne a endpoint for me party clinic and I'll bet me any other train come number is 0244 86 70 68 0244 86 70 68 0244 86 70 68. I mean, endpoint here my Monday to Saturday. Sunday pen yenye ejuma. Yeda tifo ni hase.
Doc, yanso yeda wase pa endpoint homeopathic clinic Dr. Rubuate ne no ede enkomo awie no na menka am se wo betimi afre no se de obo number na mfrensi ya mpacha wadaruma wo asem bia na obusa no 0244 86 70 68 0244 86 70 68. Edro we mabi mpa ho da ye fe no S7 herbal balm mi bodin ni bio anase wo pause sofo na duru no S7 herbal balm hwe obi a waposo ye wo ya obi a wo neck pain wo kon pansi etutu pe bi ne fasra so wo sisi yare wadawro ma pe bi wachiri bremo spinal cord pacho pebi onase atatai ye ho be pebi S7 herbal balm afei mu am wo sasabro no pebi ne fatwi S7 herbal balm be pacho drugstore ahodo nyina chemical shop pharmaceutical shops wo benya bi wo ba Peace FM abeka junction hanso a wo busa security for no S7 herbal balm wo benya bi na eduro na emienu yesa wo S7 herbal ointment eno de razor balms where you about you say na ensansan gu won ana say foot rot nentama propro wadra ne S7 herbal ointment pepa cho kokwa ye wo a wunya S7 herbal ointment obetu na se na di wakagine mu kama pa de ne se ne ya mu na ye S7 herbal ointment enti aduro ne yemienu S7 herbal balm, joint pain, waist pain, neck pain, spinal cord pain, swollen feet, inflammation, bibia honhon, anasa wasasabro. Enna uba S7 herbal ointment in so and also we about you say razor bumps, foot rot, boils, piles, e koku, ni nyina etu ase ho ndi free ho. Na wo pen dodo ato anamba yi na mede etudwa. Anasa wo pe baabi ebi wo na wakwa kotobia eno so me de number ya so na obefre enti pa cho tie number ni mienu na tro na fa egu ho 0244 94 67 78 0244 94 67 78 0244 94 67 78 and I do so can 0277 12 21 54 0277 12 21 54 0277 12 21 54 bomodin ne efre ne beto S7 herbal balm ne S7 herbal ointment ebi yenko na fe yenko ma ediso yeni owura Andy kankam we editor ma informa de bokrata brandi mi moache
Kwame Joso na mbom tizai
empom ye pa na muso
na bo de ache se wa na eja wakote a umbezo hu ni
bibia ve ko na no me ba base no so kwa so oba wa che kakra
ba wa che se eja o ma me hesa pa na esia
ate ase na maba unchen a yesi owura bi de odamti what the special prosecutor ehun samsam akọ Supreme Court for interpretation na baby a wogina ye article 88 2 no de eba no na wasa refer back to Office of the Special Prosecutor Act no 959 no was agina ho 2017 na ni nyina ne se special prosecutor ni to me or on the original 88 no so clause 2 no and was abegina Special Prosecutor Act no ni to me so on his own volition with me a prosecutor to be without recourse to the Attorney General wa call for interpretation na ansa na no kwana Special Prosecutor na no share CSOs no wonu o ma di nkoma aka se wo mo na advocacy o mo yese be ma Special Prosecutor office na tena se no o be ma na tena se sense enkrofo e pese scrap no wo mo enwuye o mo da so ho a wo mo so eni abre pa enkomo ya ekoso yi your take on that
Kwame da se mechi for any dium abo oni uni amabaso Kwame ya mi se owura na oka se o de assembly acordom the apex court of the land Unim say only the deputy AG and Ejuma.
Minimum that. Wow.
On the chambers. And Kwame, if you recall, some by following whether the packets regarding the extradition process of Iraq and of Oriata and Sansemi Saudi AG. Deputy Agent and somehow that they requested something and blah blah blah. Kwame, and someone I'm saying, about someone. The current AG, Attorney General, Yewura Kisi Ajabe. Say no more your partners. They were partners. Now more me in the form chamber or more yejuma. Found. And some baby. But you see, and this morning, me a lawyer in Usafusenia. Aja omoye juma fa this special prosecutor bill here and ababaye actor. Yeah, establish the office of the special prosecutor. Yeah, me say, you see, President John Dramani Mahama, Abra, the majority leader, the majority chief whip, I mean, you had the PM Cornell, say on a private members bill, say they want the office of the special prosecutor scrapped. No. I'm saying President Mahama Kachilom say, listen, that cannot happen. I will never support it because the Attorney General is part of government, and it will be difficult for the Attorney General to prosecute members of government. The trust, the public trust and confidence in the AG is not as an independent prosecutorial body like the OSP. And you see, the OSP, Yewura Kisi Ajabe, is saying that this institution will live beyond me. If we really want to fight corruption and get the result, right, then we need to empower and insulate this particular body from any form of political or institutional interference. You see, so if the special prosecutor Juma, and you see his mandate is even limited, corruption related and infractions regarding procurement breaches, and so forth. And the OSP is not only there to secure conviction and so forth. Sometimes they must make crime before you contemplating say committee bibino. Quickly they prevent it. They also prevent it. It's part of the mandate. And also to recovery is also part of it. In prepi, you're convicting Crawford or Makwakogu prison, Abayin Chiaka, the health issues and blah blah blah, congestion and so forth. Kwame, I'm not saying when people commit crime, they should not be punished by way of custodial sentence and so forth. But let's look at it. If we have a way to recover whatever people you think say might have, let me say, giving available, verifiable evidence. You know why? We should do that. We can do recovery. But I'm saying there is this. We say BIS AG, the current AG, if you say no when it comes to prosecution, I know necessary what yet, and that the OSP shouldn't do it in for. No, why? You cannot do it. Today people are saying say OSP one secure conviction. AG conviction say no secure. When he came, he only entered nolly prosecute regarding ongoing cases and work out. And even you have some cases on your desk. Concentrate on those ones. Yeah, Kwame. Yeah, you will chrome, you near Koso. Yeah, me say Abambia person of fighting corruption. Because the cancano a dear too much. Abroad because this corruption thing is a scheme. Incrophobia no man designing scheme. So they will hide behind procurement in as if for no my nyema bebrei. And we must protect the resources of state. The resources of state must be protected. Sebeya. I mean, you better near see schools, for baby, empower the private sector. Sebeya must be so that and then say I don't need to go and queue and Muamia, no Makwako, and if I want job, unless there's something called protocol, I must do this, I must do that. No. We must create this level playing field for people. You understand? To let me say, give out their potential in them. But and then OSP, OSP, say you like say that by next year, I mean, but the institution will be there. People don't have trust in the Attorney General's department. Finito. People don't have trust. Ghanaians, we don't have trust. Say Nancy, yeah, CDD, IEA, policy think tanks, research about, report about say, the trust in the Attorney General Office and other anti-graft institutions of state, bodies of state, any idea a bois or mine regarding the fight against corruption. They must empower the office of the special prosecutor to do those, perform those duties. Irrespective of the political, we say, party in power, no, Masa Ukoye Bibia, the OSP will prosecute you and get a needed result. Let me say, he said, Kasa at the dialogue last week. No, can baby? I said, listen, and more policy think tanks, civil society organizations, more advocacy to get the office and train, said by deliver on its mandate. Because we say politicians, almost throw the office of the special prosecutor because when they are in political office, believe you me, the OSP, so why? They will connive. They will come together, both MPP and NDC, the political class, they will come together to ensure that the OSP, one function properly. Instruction in as for and now OSP way and a Kiseja Bianya way and a Kiseja Bianya way. No, Kwame. If we really want to fight corruption, and President Mahama really want to fight corruption, he should call the Attorney General to order and tell him that he should mind his business. Because Titino, Yaninam Kromo, in Krofadano, Yaninam Krom, Inti, Sir President Mahama. We say, sir, the target, sir, I want to fight corruption. Ensure now we must make corruption very unattractive for people to venture or contemplate doing that. Dissipate state coffers in for now. Then he should call the Attorney General to order and tell him to concentrate on the mandate given him. Cases are one oral report of President Mahama Hanim Obama. Why any day? No, oral report now with the man up to now. Yati be home. Yati be home. He's just waiting. Leave the OSP to do its work. Leave the OSP. Otherwise, people will be tempted to guess say, is it because or prosecuting Nkrumah often say they are close to you, so you must have the office scrap, and now you don't want Kisei Jabin to work. Because it's your mind more. Dr. Sledge, let me say, he's standing trial. OSP, Edina Kwakojina court. Meboa. OSP, Edina Kwakojina court. So, Kwame, the point is that the Attorney General should concentrate on his mandate and leave the OSP alone. Let me say, Yura Inusa, Omuna Omoye Juma Free Far Act, no, or can be said the OSP is not under the Attorney General. Never. Okay. That body or institution called the OSP has the inquisitorial and prosecutorial powers. And that when they were working on the act, they travel across the globe just to get best practices. Sabeya office, the relevance of it. The OSP, the Attorney General should concentrate on his mandate. Yeah, the oral President Mahama, the oral report amount. Say Kokowishem, 2 years. Report no, dear na Obeka 3 or Omeka Bibian 3. So Kwame, you see, sometimes you are tempted to give up, but you will not give up. Because there might be a cost, there might be na corruption is why you say Mwagana, dream Mwagana, Ghana resources, a dream procurement in and crop for as she says, Siena, Mudi, Basa. Now you were an independent body. I will, and yes, MPP and this Yasemo, independent body, as a so Mujuma, a geo mind seeking, say, yes, so sign your man, Attorney General, who is expected to support this institution somebody from the deputy AG's chamber at the OSP Akojran Court said, challenging the independent prosecution powers. I mean, you can't get it. It is sad. It is sickening. For me, it's sickening. But we know what is happening. Some theft will be being a safe war. But hey, the point is that the institutions will leave. You are the AG. You will also leave. That is why the special prosecutor has a specific term of office. Years, 7 years. Will call. And by 20 next year, but the institution will be there. So only charge they say, Obia Enfani Hunjim, Nayamwa, Sabeya, the office of the special prosecutor, no, a babejina, a fighting corruption. If indeed, as a country, we are serious about Nehemiah can say, you're person you're fighting corruption in a second. And I just reference a research CDD, some policy think tanks about how people don't have trust and confidence in the AG. Because you see, the Attorney General, Dominic Ayeni, cannot prosecute the finance minister. He cannot do it. He cannot. He won't do it, and he cannot do it. But the OSP, being an independent body, will do that. They will do it. So these are institutions supporting. So Kwame, sometimes when I hear reports like this, people trying to fight the mandate of the OSP, it is sad, it is sickening, it is pure madness. That should not be supported. That should not be countenanced by Ghanaians. Ghanaians this morning, I think, sir, corruption how mine. So we should all come together and help, sir, the office of the special prosecutor, a Babe Jirampi, to fight corruption, so that the resources of state will not be dissipated and distributed like confetti among the political class. We must protect the resources of state. The needed development. What they are saying in all the regions. People will not trick down. Say this is me back Accra and son of Benye Jumaye. This is me back Accra and son of my way. So that government will support the private sector and create the continued atmosphere for them. And the little resource now, as a government, now would the year near Makakra acquiring hospital in a safe for Sabaya or Mino a betumpon. But you see, this unnecessary infighting, this attempt to fight the OSP and by extension, the Tikese Jabin, because yes, I have a bone to pick with Tikese Jabin, it will not help this country. But the bottom line is that Ghanaians don't have trust in the office of the Attorney General. Finito.
Okay. Any amamena was na me say nyampa fama.
Nyamenka.
One kan so wo yewura Andy Kankam editor ma informer Democrat and okay 101.7 suni. Oba another was
back to back, very packed and very educative. Very, very, very information so warm. So where they say they can't you. They can't you. Yes, they can't you. Unu producer obi etimo. Of a biaka Toyota Voxy, Kabi. And the National Road Safety Authority think I suggest to say yem banny na enko long distance. And the transport operators in so the Toyota Voxy here Juma. Ebi fi kan Kumasi bi fi Kumasi Batakra Denia nom say hey National Road Safety Authority. Aden mo pese anu aduane boy. Hey money am fadwen. Hey mama ya mane. Yem bani Toyota Voxy sema enko long distance sesen. Offer o ma charge. Omobu afu. Se sa asem we die to say a lazy approach wet no say approach na National Road Safety Authority afa no a lazy approach mrebio en komo hwe kwan say ye ni betena se atwetwe nkomo and na National Road Safety Authority sunchire mu ne say Toyota Voxy no Japan for na ye omo ye ma omo youth ni middle class for no Japan on kra no youth in fan call long distance bia fe de Ghana for the yatia som ene ye ne enye den yati som nso a ka na ye right hand no ye pese ye change steer ne de ba benkum ye change steer no so de ba benkum a ye nye system ni nyina o dashboard omo nye steer racking omo nye air condition omo nye mirrors omo nye enti steering nankasa ne yasesa fi ni fande aba benkum di aka nyina eda so aye voxy dada na ade no mo sori nso a omo tia so a aseka ni tu
mame nkonkwaji nsan komo yinchiremu na ye ne symbiote menyi se maboni ye redu we public relations officer ema National Road Safety Authority ye ne no entwetwe nkomo era fefe me moache
yeja
me moache ba okay FM so
yeja me da se
ompomu te sei
nyame adom me ho ye pa
ya na de menchia so ama lawyer amaliba so ama me
pa chuyo bete
ta Toyota Vox yi wasemo a abeto dwa story a ebata ne ho no anya nika ekum ni papa na yete se mo ye report bi initially ne yese report no kra kan say outright ban enom ne ade ekire kote yese there be report na ba fe na mo study na enye se mo be ban ne kra enkomoyi etisen
yo ja me da se emfe no kra enanansa na ye nya report no na empanifo ma ho kwan sensem trofo beba beka ye ho na ye nyina ye hwe findings no na ye dia sudwama obia ehubie na findings ne ba ye no committee ni send recommendations kakaka ho eti recommendation no any mu findings e ko hu say customs emrebi Emma ho kwan say section 58 customs act no Emma ho kwan say ye benya right hand drive vehicles ewo oman mu enunti no omo describe no as illegal say omo beba oman mu empo abe convert abe ye adwuma na omo de ma road safety impelifo no omo di to mu say okay omo be pe e break aka na omo ne omo penifo asiasi adwene na omaye enkita hodie kakra omone omo stakeholders na ebrese mu no omo de plans a omo de be hwese recommendations wenyina ye de egu akwan mu pepepe omo de sa plans no atudwa ama obi ehu bie enti emse ban actual ban ne de yenye nu ho na mum sabre recommendation ni mu ne ko ba say findings no e be illegal and recommendations so say ye mo hu dero na obia NTB na ne e wo say ye miamre mu no na ye hwe say emra na ye dia ye adwuma no e say safety for any stakeholders aka nyina e dia ye adwuma
na obapa mami mu so what meeting komoyi mu say eye customs for no say ye illegal say illegal dudu wanum na e clear e ma wo mo a e kraba e ko yiye per the report.
Okay. Yeah, report na say emrane wo ho. Na say ebeka ye system ni mu de ho de ya nya nhwehwemu ahwe say hwan na clear ye say ye de fa consequence bi ra o man mu say e fa port say e fa hen no ya domusuko say I mean any which way by ye na de ya nhwe e honum anka na mum ye kan ne say e illegal say e beba o man mu aba be dane no e di aye adwuma
mami musa ade we su say so far ye was saying e wo man mu total vox no
hwehwemu ne say ye were over 7,000 mpem ason say ye corrector over 7,000 e wo o man mu na dodo a eye commercial ana dodo a eye private de hwehwemu na ankyere na mum dodo a ewo ye man mu no ana edida na di
woye na mami hwade we ebinum eba ye no nipa bebre yesusu se wo mo de o mo hwa a enye car ne per se okay ebetimi aye contributing factor but a driver for no ankasa ɛna etumi contenta ɛma One more cite a case of 207 208 no sa ɛno so nya accident pa ebi mo cite other buses no fleet ɛso so no ne ade ne say careless driving ebi wɔ kwan so ya kwan no so a enye no ɛka ho report no capture bibi sa
report ne capture distances a ɛkɔ ana sales a yesusu say perceived say ye twa ma omunti omo pensem akwa abantem asana be ya be miti sa sales no enti ehwemu ni da na di say ampa tuba da na di wo kwan so no ensem fata kwan tenten na sana ehwanti no be hu na yifa ho wonifa so na ewura be dia ense say ewura na edententem ntam ne pa na ye issue kesi a ebedadi nti nhwemu ne danadi say subaya adoba for ne danadi no emwa especially car na ho den emma ho kwan say ebekwa ba aye commercial empem bebre so eda bia nti eno ne one of the concerns nhwemu ne danadi say ense say ye dey running long distances and sir, and I say yes, Sunday commercial and so.
I see. So far, no more reactions be from the general public. Niti through owners of these Toyota Voxes, no any association for no chain. Hello, me say more reactions be every owners of this Toyota Voxes. Any association for no. One year transport association for no any general public and one more reactions to say
if any condemnations met him say mo feel say oh ya said that ye niesi wo so e bi kra friend agenda say ye ne enkrofo bi na ya no pe say ye say o madwuma and reactions bi na sa na eba but me assume say bibi sa bia ni ho na mom e consensus a yenya ye ne ho anamoni etu ye na ye mandate say ye tia kwanhia so na ye hwe so bibia ye safe no eno ana ye di ho adwuma na mom na nye say ya seda etu ye ne asi vox before so mesema je monitor say enye vox nko ani ada ne fi ni fa ko benkum tax bebre wo ho sa na if you move some point say ye share vox the ho asema kan wo ma ya daniel mo fi benkum akọ nifa akọ benkum nyina no say ye di omu nyina kasa ekuo ne ho na say ye tu anamo a ye di nyina aka ho enti mpanifo sigina ya sankofo ni nyina so ka ebefa wo mo so omo ho.
I see. Enti we dia ne kwakwa minim say report number. Na report nda ben na mo be study awie na afre mo make final determination on the matter.
Mr. Cho ora amaleba ekatre central for say omuma no 2 weeks na oni ne mpanifo enhwemu yie na onhwe kwan a obefa so a implement it na o say obi bia bo say enye ne den say sempo empo ebase wo so obani a obebane se ebase oni omu besi nkonya ama omu nyina akọ anu akọ benkrom ewo kwan ebefa so a ombedi omudwuma enfo how bi ankoba eno so obehwe ho asem aka na otanse ebo say oni national safety any stakeholders a omuhia wo sa asem we mu no oni obi bia bedi dwuma ewo sa asem enu nti na committee no oma obi bia ho kwan ema ne ba mu bi ema stakeholders so a na ewo ho so egitu mu se oma ye krado se oma ne national safety ebe ye adwuma ape asem no pomasi bre nti emsesa na ye hwe nim say in the next 2 weeks to 1 month ne de ye benya positive feedback from management na ye ne ye nuanum nyina ye media no so ache.
Okay, now baako enipa bi wesa anyambia mo data on accidents Toyota Voxy cause deaths, injuries. any car no no so I involved. More data on that.
Yeah, what data on Toyota Voxy crashes. But as it stands now, no, pesa ya danedi sesia na nemo crashes and now Voxy soba no economy and na dodo na so them. I mean, dodo cars Voxy dodo na so into commercial. And untini ye pesa ye she na se dodo na no enkobro so makwensia enkonko ba bebrebe e wo honom enti ye data wo ho but statistics na nkasa de ye best kakra na ya twentwen so kakra na next time be pemu no ye de no asudwa
because no obi kura busa se we compare Voxy now compare 207 Sprinter the mu di do se na etimi enya accident pa na de na kum ni papa na de na ye yi pa akoye source of worry say Voxy and ese yetimi tu so say
okay ni nyina ye cars ahyan a de akwantia eba na bribi etwa mu penifo di 207 ho komo bebrebe eno ntese ye yi ni kra wo ho apart from that last year you cry do 2M Express ho komo bebrebe really the statements bebrebe efa ho kopem se kakakra na ye suspended so na ene aba Voxy ho komo enche foforo so ebepie nti anya se ye ni wo baako ana ye ka baako de bebre ni nyina ho hia ana ni nyina so ye bedi ho dwuma pepepe
ade mame na wasna me se onyankopon hira mfama why
ba so me se me da se
yes yeah that's a pa Symbiat redu public relations officer man National Road Safety Authority and the na atwen komo na ye ho me somra ye ba nkomo ho
Okay, FM 101.7.
Yamenu, Ejaba boni di adwa ma wubi. Eti yamenu afa hin ma hwie fufuo ti ase dada minya wofo yi. Papa so ba fie ni anwie fufuo ya. Asam aba na so oben. Wadi fufuo edi mpreni ne mpresa da kro. Ba ye de ni ahwie fufuo a. Akode wo nwane.
Adwa mo adwuma. Sa me ne fie adwuma de mini. Fufuo kakra ba o medie no. Eno to me twama da pasa. Asam wo kan na matire nyira.
What na make am meboa.
Ebo de odi komum. Na sese ade obra to otwa. Fufuo ai wo wadwo pam. Na wo masu na wotimu aba na wo sadade na wo temfra kwada ne nyina tuatwa make say ya needful sadaroma wo bia mani ye pa ya wa ya mbode fufuo ne mankani fufuo a wa ne powder wo de gu da kam kama ya yefra no needful fufuo a
enya no bi na masori ba ntilizi kama me di ye yo
sese bia
ma me hwe bia needful fufuo a eya kama say bode fufuo ne mankani fufuo papa bi na wo ka say twan eposim na ede na me so kan so ancho simanu mpɛ no wawie no ahwie wo kwa papa bi aguso
be chese de ama mani kura agisa ne fufufura ho ama mko tobi kura ba ne se de Ghana fo sipom fufuro no eno an wo ye nu enti se wo hwa fufue won pam wodrom ne wenu a wo ho susuna bi awom wo nso de bode ne mankan fufuro papa bi
ejanie eni afi na fufuo na afi na wo bedi pa ne se de wo bedi ne sanya wo fa mojaduro ana pawia ne anadwo a wo koda
need fufufura e wo wo fi a eni gye nko a
FGA agi ejwedie nkratoi atum
Kuma eda yesiwa nyina ne se obeye military commander.
Attention! Eyes right. Stand at ease.
Ogusuri eda yesiwa adwumanti. Ni sika na okomande wa EcoBank mobile app so.
Operation Supply Aketria. Dispatch Sika 1,000 units via Crack Benin in 10-10-10.
Etoda, ope extra control na wetimi ato enyama ohia.
Mobile app command center. Activate virtual card protocols. Nitria sneakers, ni t-shirt. Leather coats no dear. Abort mission.
Trese, General Adakrano. Nani standing orders with any bill so. Wa EcoBank mobile app so. Ubetumi akomande musika. Die didya wa Ghana ni abibrem aman edue sa mensa so. Download the EcoBank mobile app or play an Apple Store. Neyara.
By the left, about turn.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank, Enfreo, ana enseno SMS, emisa wo pin, OTP, bank card, ana Ghana card ho asamo da.
Kwame, mi hia omwa me ba panyin no kane no ni made pa. Na so na se bua no obon. Me dwene ho amenti ase.
Na
Nasa we de simple gra. Fanuko White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Na yen checking any mano.
Oh, Jai Samani Abrewati. Me ba bona make us much was me faniko eye care clinic.
Na wonnim se enkwada bi wonu mo a wode sua enko yenya no efi wani akwada bi wo a abra teacher ni kyira de no won hu ade ni yi so wote ani ma na so wote akire eba ne sa fa no bra White Stone Dental and Eye Care ni nya nhwehwemu mfa na ni no ohaw bi a entam so yebehwe ni asia no ama no
ayampa o na sekro ni yade no eba emonka ye wadwe o se bibia ye fine wo be ko na bibia ka ekina wani sei na sekro masate se wono momoja broso ne esiche yade no aya na momoni yade pa
sapepepe onipa bia kra no afimu wankwa check up awani ho kra no enyem prenu White Stone Dental and Eye Clinic say fa wonu wabusu anyina ebra ne yenye hwehwemu emfa mani ene mo se ho ohaw bia no yebehwe ne asia no de amamo ye wo abafu mfidie ultra modern diagnostic machines ahodo a ye de yesa nhwehmu no ye dwuma efo nso de wani wote enti ba ye beje o felso White Stone Dental and Eye Care ewo East Legon ye be MTN office kese no free was 024-225-1983 and 024-045-2992 White Stone Dental and Eye Care Wenni eno kania
Efiura me mochi o Efiura yes on
machi o Efiura mechia wonye so
hey ewura enforce ma msu what e ba force search me mo yam no no
won so pepe
hey oh wa fi we die me pese oni Efiura bekon Efiura we die ye kwa sori abo ewura de mo kwa sori ye papa ye ewura de ka soro ho a what e be se wo ba hwa wa kraba kumpo wunya onipa da sane timi koto this way chocolate drink no ne yire ne mma edi nsuo hie twabia nom anopa no wi a wasade bia hye fridge mu wo mako school pon a wasan ba be yi anom enu mpore se ne nka ne twaso mu pa ende ye rekore ne Efiura beti ha anopa diu ewia diu enumre dia mo no makodeu mo mame na mu wi a ma soro akotra so ndem se ye kosum ya
Bese na dia ya late nso miyanki kabinje Efiura ye wi aya kwasere bo fache ke Efiura wuti fia se light bill no water bill ba wuntua bi wo bo se sika na fa koto this way chocolate drink na ba nom
hwe me catch you pray nya pray fa say this way chocolate drink no metumi ato bi pa na so na me so mo ahwe wate e de me hia ne nsuohie na nsuohie so me ntoi se me bufu a metumi ato bag mu a wate
yeah Efiura we nko ade ma abunfu me koto nyanwe
Efiura fi de ya bre ma abunfu bi
munyam sumponie na mo ba ye trimodefo
FGA agi ejwedie nkrato yi atum
Okay FM 101.7
Okay 101.7 sunie na aha na edigmedi nyina besie adofo bia woda happy birthday to Reverend JK Entry who are Glorious Word and Power Ministries International Headquarters odoko efri unuanu asofo ho ene omde ma Reverend JK Entry our Glorious Word and Power Ministries International. Happy birthday to Reverend Samuel Akpabli our Glorious Word and Power Ministries International. So for no do on birthday or papa at Abraka branch. Happy birthday to Bernard Obrimpon Safo our Cornerstone International Academy East Legon. Efri parents and the whole family and Emma once again happy birthday to Bernard Obrimpon Safo or Cornerstone International Academy East Legon. Efri all four and the whole family, the entire family and Emma okay 101.7 so any ye fema rada kwa wasa ngo Kwame Nkrumah Tikese produce open Kwame usuadio mi enemote ohima efiakire enka ya mo nyina moniti a oje nyado ye sore so ama best entertainment aba ya kramu